No, total though, because he rolled a 12, right?
No, he rolled an 8.
Oh shit!
Sorry, he rolled an 8. Yeah.
I can't read or do math, so what does that tell you?
Okay.
It's late.
Welcome to the Grand Campaign Podcast.
So I'll give you guys an overview of what happened last time. So you guys returned from the Vestinal Peaks, and you found yourselves back at Oldwyn, having a little bit of trouble getting into the city because it was being locked down, possibly due to the actions of the Red Hand. But in the process, you guys managed to present a proof of ownership of the Platinum Pemblebrooks Platinum Peanut. I hate that name because I have to keep pronouncing it. So in the process, the speaker was giving an ultimatum to the frightened crowd, seemingly getting frustrated at the events that's been going on, the lack of evidence presented to them. And as a result, he had asked the entire city to basically come to the square to speak to them. But Grimm didn't want to hear it and claimed a bounty on the members of the fictitious Red Hand, the deception that you guys created. And the conversation ends with Grimm driving a sword through the chest of the speaker as the city erupts into chaos. You guys are attacked immediately, of course, as the result would happen. And the citizens as well, resulting from the paranoia that's been kind of brought on to the city. And after you guys dispatch numerous members of the Lizards, as well as a few dissidents in the city who were just paranoid of the Red Hand, Faustus and Alastair gave a speech and gave an attempt to call on the city to free themselves from their oppressors. And after a few of your friends in the city who joined, who kind of supported your claim, namely the Titan's Cross, as well as some old friends, Pembroke, Aldwick, the homeless man, the homeless beggar, the majority of the citizens who live in the Sallows decided to join you guys. What's going on with... No,
What's up?
sorry, no, it's just Groovy keeps cutting off. But I'm going to switch it. Okay, give me a sec. Just pull up my playlist.
I don't like how that one D at the end of hand is the only one not capital. Out of all that.
It's an
It triggers me.
Yeah. So most of the so you guys eventually, with the residents of the Sallows, decide to move on towards the gates in front of Fitzroy Tower, where the Lizards home base, basically. And you guys had a bit of trouble getting through in the beginning, as do the individuals in the city, but you guys, with some quick thinking, managed to eventually shatter a portion of the gates, at least bend it enough that people could get through, and everybody gains entry and ensues fighting in the courtyard, with most of the Titans Cross members fighting outside, Giran, as well as Deckard and Somika. You guys, so the rest of you, along with Kroll and Lord Gravis, entered the tower's interior as more of the members begin to make their way towards the downstairs to the main area of the keep. Lord Gravis decides that you guys would be better suited to fight whatever was inside the throne room, and so he holds off all of the incoming army as the rest of you guys managed to enter the throne room. Inside, you saw rows and rows of statuesque armor lining the sides. In the middle of the room is the Sword, who you've encountered previously outside of Oldwyn's walls. He animates a few of the armor, who turn out to be some form of automata to fight by his side. And eventually, two figures reveal themselves in the back of the room near the throne itself. The first being a thin elven man with colorful clothing, and the other was an unknown female tiefling who eventually you guys come to know is Faustus's daughter, Penelope. She was being forced to animate a few of the automata herself against her will, and after a long and difficult battle, you guys managed to slay the sword as well as the elven man, who the sword had referred to as Corin, but not before his body, along with Penelope, disappeared through a teleportation circle. It's currently afternoon. It's the 28th day of Rem. It's a fair event, so it's a Friday, and it's clear outside. You guys, however, are still inside of this throne room at the moment. And outside, you guys can hear the sounds of still continued fighting. What do you guys want to do?
Okay, can I see the body of the sword?
Yep. Do you want to check it out?
Yes, please.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
I'm gonna get a. Let me see if I have a dagger. I do not. Does anyone have a dagger or a sword?
Why not use a sword?
That's a good point. I get his sword and I chop his head off.
Okay. So immediately you pick up the sword that's laying beside him. It is a beautiful golden sword that he's been carrying the whole time. And you just begin hacking away towards his head. What are the rest of you guys doing?
Alistair's gonna try to run to the circle to see if it's still active and go through it if it is.
Okay.
I'm pretty much probably doing the same, considering, that's my daughter that just went through.
Okay. So the two of you rush up towards the teleportation circle, and I'll say, yeah, you guys are proficient in it. So you guys step into it, and it doesn't seem to take you guys anywhere.
Damn it.
We'll find her again. Don't worry.
I know, it's just... This is the second time I failed her.
You haven't found her yet. If she's still alive, get her. Somehow.
I just hope the third time you see her in danger, it'll be the charm.
Is there anything around the portal itself? It seems like it might have been used to activate it.
Make an investigation check.
Alright.
Anyone else want to do anything while he's doing that?
I am
to
going
help
to
him.
toss the swords head to Alistair. And I say, I agree with the words. Go outside and show those motherfuckers that the fight is over.
Actually,
Get
that
him
help action might be helpful.
I'll help you with the investigation.
Alright.
Brotar, Savos, you guys going to do anything in this room?
Oh, thank God. So that's a 19 with his help.
Excuse me, I'm
So
just.
you guys are all kind of looking around. Yeah.
I'm gonna watch out for what these guys are doing while they're doing.
Okay.
Kind of play guard.
Okay. So you guys kind of all try to take a chance to look around the room, see what's going on there, and after a little while, Faustus and Grim, you guys don't find anything. It doesn't seem like there's any sort of item that was used to produce the circle.
Must have been some kind of spell.
Yeah. So he can use these symbols to teleport away, and could someone somewhere else teleport here to this symbol?
I have no clue.
Maybe we should destroy it just to be on the safe side.
I'd really
Or
rather
not.
not do that,
Okay.
especially if it's one way.
So maybe this leads somewhere.
Definitely, but where? We don't know. But you're right. Alistair, you should probably show the head to the others, try to see if we can quell the fighting outside. That's what's important right now. There's nothing I can do for Penelope while we can't get this portal to work.
Let's. I guess Alistair would try to get up to the top of this tower, wherever it is. Try to go up.
Okay. So you're currently in the throne room. There doesn't seem to be any access to the upstairs. It's almost like you walk into the main doors of the actual tower itself, and though there is a tower, it looked a lot bigger. And so the way it's laid out is you walked in. To your right and left immediately are stairs, and then there's just a giant door directly ahead. So, though the ceiling of the throne room is tall, doesn't seem to be the main part of the tower itself.
Yeah, so I guess I'd go through go through the door we came and try to head up the stairs, I guess, would be the best way.
Okay. So as soon as you step outside, we do have... so as soon as you step outside, you're greeted immediately by somebody trying to swing a sword at you.
Oh, fuck.
That's going to be 19 to hit.
Oh,
Definitely a
shit.
hit.
And you suffer 3 points of slashing damage as you just step outside and immediately someone just tries to cut at your chest.
Do I see that?
No. Unless you guys called it, you guys would have been still inside as Alistair kind of stepped outside.
I'm still inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do I know this person, or is this like a person that is like working for these assholes?
From what you see, it's like immediately you kind of looked up. He seems to be wearing the clothing of a lizard.
Okay. Then I will pull out the head and show it to him.
Okay. Make an intimidation check.
Intimidation, I'm not the best at. Nat 20.
Oh, damn!
Shit.
Very easy. Okay. So immediately he begins to kind of stumble back after taking that swipe at you. And as he's stepping back, looking at the head and realizing who it is, he immediately gets cut down from behind as you see Lord Gravis looking very, very damaged. He's got about maybe more than a dozen swords embedded deep into his armor, some of it through his armor, as he's huffing and puffing, almost like dragging his big, heavy greatsword.
We can
Just
stop the
breathing heavily.
fighting. I tell him we can stop the fighting. Their leader's been killed.
He goes, still
I just need
breathing
to get
very,
high.
very heavily.
To get it high up to tell everyone.
Begins to breathe heavy and said, There's still more fighting outside. It's not over yet, but... And you could see now behind him, there's just like rows and rows of slain bodies. However, at this point, there are a few of the other Titans Cross members who've made it inside and have helped them out. He points you to the stairs beside him and says, "Go. That leads to the top of the tower." And he's pointing.
And I just don't die yet, and I'll give him a healing word, and then be on my way.
Okay.
For 11 healing,
Okay, great.
because I only got my third level spell slots.
Sorry, I'm just trying to add this music. It's being really weird today. So you're gonna make it upstairs. What's everyone else doing?
I'm going to follow him.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
Same.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you guys are just following up afterwards.
We're following
So
our
you guys-
tank.
You guys eventually make your way up the stairs, and they are very somewhat confusing. It goes up and curves around what looks like a kind of rounded hallway on the interior still, and then it goes up again. So it's a series of platforms and stairs. So you guys have made it to the first level. Are you going to keep going further up to the top, or are you just going to stay in this?
Yeah, I'm trying to get as high as I can, so I can just try to grab everyone who's fighting's attention.
Okay. So you do keep climbing higher and higher, and eventually you make it. Everybody makes it to the top of this large tower, and as you look down, you're probably a good, I'd say about 60 or so feet up
Yeah.
to the very top.
All right, and then just kind of over as central as I can reach with 60 foot, like over the head of everyone who's fighting. I'm going to use Shatter.
Sorry, the ball might be really loud, but it's the only one that seems to
Okay.
work well.
He is a loud bot.
Okay, so go ahead. What is it again?
I'm not trying to hurt anyone. I'm just trying to get everyone's
so
attention with a
above.
loud bang.
So
Yeah.
above, you're going to cast it. Okay. So immediately you cast Shatter directly in front. It does cause this loud, thunderous boom that just echoes throughout Oldwyn. And for a moment, the fighting does stop. This clanging of swords and the general yelling that's going on below does stop as everyone turns their attention above.
And I just hold up the head and say, "The snakes are dead. If you want to live, lower your weapons."
And I yell, "This territory belongs to the Red Hand now. No more slaves. Everyone is free."
Okay. I'll say, Alistair, make a persuasion check, and Grim, make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
28.
28. Okay.
That's a bit persuasive.
Sorry, I'm back.
No problem.
9.
9.
Okay. So as you say that, Alistair, you see pockets of fighting still going on, despite the fact that you tried to get everyone's attention and you are yelling. However, in the process, people are continuing to fight still. And you hear a few shouts from below. A few shouts from below that, yeah, you're quite high up, and you do hear a few people. Actually, yeah, make a perception check, I'll say.
Perception.
Jed, let me ask you
Yeah.
something. Is there like any part of the where there are no townsfolk?
Is there any? Sorry, you cut out a little bit. Is there any part of where?
I just want to see if there are any group of three-headed lizards, henchmen, where there are no townsfolk.
So you're looking for any members
Alone
I think I
with
know what you're gonna do.
alone. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll say you're pretty high up, so I'll say make a perception check with disadvantage as well.
Okay.
Alistair,
You want a
as you,
disadvantage?
yeah.
Okay.
So in your case, you do pick up a few. No, not you, Alistair. Sorry, just Grim. So in your case, Alistair, you do hear a few shouts, and it sounds like a few people are concerned when you say red. When Grim said red hand, you hear people saying, you pick up a few broken words as people are mostly saying it, but some people are yelling. And they're saying, "No more masters! No more masters! The red hand!" Grim, you don't spot any lone members of the lizards. They are generally overwhelmed. It looks like there's way more townsfolk from the Sallows than there are lizards at this point, but some of them are fighting to the last breaths.
Okay, I'm just. Am I within 120 feet of this madness?
Yep, you guys are like 60 feet up on the tower, so there is still some fighting in the courtyard.
Okay, I'm gonna start firebolting the three-headed lizard soldiers.
Okay. I'll say go ahead and make 3 attack rolls.
Yes. Firebolt. 1, 2, 3. That was just 2. Oh, that was the third one.
Okay. That last one was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you see a few pockets down below, and you are just quick to the trigger and start just kind of raining firebolts from the sky, seemingly, against these people. And a few of the people from the Sallows are kind of shocked and frightened and take a step back. In one group, however, you do manage to save a few of the members as they are kind of confused. They're just about to fight once again, and you just see a few people get incinerated in the process. However, you do get the sense that generally the fighting has decreased slightly since you guys have gotten to the top of the tower.
Guess we're not getting out of this without killing all their forces.
So we kill all of their forces. Oh, we gave him a chance to stop fighting.
No.
We should capture someone that might seem like there might be a, higher up ranking guard or something like that. Someone might have an idea of where that portal might go.
I mean, this guy probably does, and I still hold the head, but he probably won't want to talk to us.
Can you speak to the dead?
Well, with the spell scroll this has, it will work, but...
Yeah, he consumed it talking to the elf.
I thought we had 2.
No, I only had the 1.
Oh, shit.
Ew. That's why I asked for 1, because I thought you had 2. Oops.
No. I only had the 1.
Fuck. Okay, well then scratch that. But even still, if we had it, he would know our faces and respond in kind. I highly doubt he'd help us.
I mean, some of y'all can change your appearances. If we can get a scroll like that, we can still try it.
It'd probably be best if we help them stop the ones that won't stop fighting.
Jay, when we hit level 5, do we get our spell slots back, or
you wouldn't?
No.
You would still be waiting for a long rest.
shit?
You only have the 3rd levels.
Yeah, like it's not. I mean, at this point, the numbers are immense. I mean, remember that's Oldwyn is a city of about 5,000 people. So if the Sallows make up even just a fifth of that, even these guys would be severely overwhelmed regardless. So I don't think it would necessitate you guys jumping right back into combat and fighting a few small guys. But at this point, there is still pockets of resistance. It's not as if you kill what looks like their leaders and suddenly everyone is just done. They're still fighting for their lives outside. So.
Do I see like a 10-foot pocket of them from up here that's within 90 feet?
Yeah, there would be the few that one group that Grim already took care of, but the others are kind of diminished at this point.
Well,
yeah, at this point you're seeing more non-lizard dressed people than you are seeing people who are dressed with lizards. So.
I really want to do something stupid, but I know it'll probably kill me.
Do it. Do it.
Okay, I jump off the tower. No.
Yeah, so what do you guys want to do? You guys are sitting at the top. You have pretty much the majority of the people's attention.
I mean, the fighting isn't really stopped at all.
Yeah, like it's decreased significantly. Like it's almost like you've got a few cornered members who are just not going to give up, but they're generally surrounded by people from the Sallows at this point. So
okay, so we just wait a minute and then.
I mean, is there any local law enforcement here that's helping or anything?
Well, I think the
or is that
lizards
us?
were the law enforcement.
Yeah, at this point, the law enforcement would have been, from you guys gather, the lizards, other mercenaries. It's a self-guarding town, almost self-enforcing town. So, and the people of the Sallows are just numerous at this point. So,
God, these people. Fucking hell! Why do they want to die?
We should see if the other members of the Titan's Cross survived. Once the fighting's over, we're gonna have another problem.
Shit, guys. The chick with the panther, she's still alive.
Yeah, she's still at the.
Wasn't that in the mines?
Oh, fuck. Sumika went after her.
You
Yes.
realize we're gonna have to seize it at some point, right?
Sorry, dudes, I'm back.
That's okay.
Oh, God.
We're gonna have to take the mine at some point, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think that's I think our
that's
next step
Yeah.
is to take down Kaiva's company. And, but before we do that, we get, I'm sorry, Jay, what was the Panther's chick name?
Rena.
Rena. Rena probably knows where that teleportation circle leads.
Possible that teleportation circle leads right to Carva's corporation
Right.
right around here.
I want you to understand something. I know that the out of context, I don't remember her name. I know that the lady from Titan's Cross is your friend, but I cannot be held responsible for what I might do to Rena if she's done something to my daughter.
Okay, let's not start picking. Fuck, Jesus Faust.
I
If
failed
she's
her
done
twice.
something,
I'm not failing her a third time.
you're gonna fail her if you turn into a monster. Okay,
I didn't
so
come back just to lose her again.
you're not gonna lose her. You're not. Now let's go find Rena.
We need to rest. We're not going to be any good in this condition.
I second that thought.
If we go running off, we're just going to die. lick our wounds. Let's see if any of the members of the Titans Cross are still alive. Try to get a handle on this situation, then go in force. See if we can find something around here that might be useful in the upcoming battle, because the last time we went in there, we got our asses handed to us. I'm sorry, Grim. I'm just, under a lot of stress.
I can understand that, but you cannot lose control. And this is coming from me. And then I look at Brotar when I say that.
I just nod.
You want to rest? Let's rest. Let's hope they don't. Let's hope the townsfolk win. Let's see what we can find in the castle, and take a long rest, and just see what happens.
Alright.
You guys are gonna head back in?
Yeah.
At this point. Yeah.
Okay. So you guys head back in, and as you guys are kind of discussing this and taking a few moments amongst yourselves to just take in what's happened, whether it's good, whether it's bad, and deliberating amongst yourselves. You guys make your way downstairs, and eventually you do see a few of the other Titans Cross members eventually appear inside. You see Somika, Deckard, Kiran, who has been joined with Kroll at this point. And Kroll is kind of giving a few of them some healing hands as he's kneeling down in prayer, as well as Lord Gravis, who most of the swords that were embedded in him have been removed, and he's kind of just leaning against a wall as he sees all of you enter. He says, so much bloodshed. Was this necessary?
Yeah.
Somika turns and says, I need to find my wife, Lord Gravis. She's not here, and she's looking very, very distraught. Lord Gravis kind of turns and says, many lives were lost today, and he's almost shaken by the whole thing. Which is kind of a strange thing to see, because he's such a large man, towering over everyone, very intimidating looking, but there's almost a vulnerability to him as he sits on the ground.
Trust me when I say from experience, the dead are the lucky ones.
Kind of looks to the rest of the group, the other Titans Cross members, and says, how bad is it? And you hear Deckard, the kind of vampiric-looking, pale, white-haired man, kind of float towards him and say, there's quite a few dead, sir. Mostly from the Sallows. Gravis says, well, we hope that their fighting can be honored, so that the rest may live freely.
That's our hope, too.
Ocean is hardly ever clean.
Says, yes, revolution. I hope that, and he's kind of almost looking up at the sky at this point. He says, I hope this is what this was. He looks to you all and he says, "So, this was something set in motion by you. What now?"
Now we need to seize the mine. Set the rest of the slaves free and get a source of income to feed your people. I also have a personal reason of going. These men were using my daughter to fuel their machines.
Looks over at you and he doesn't say a word, but he does stab his large greatsword on the ground and begin to stand up. He stands up and looks at you, just nods. He looks at the rest of the Titans Cross members and says, "Once the fighting has stopped, time to pick up the pieces." He just doesn't say a word and walks away from all of you.
Are you going to tell her?
Wait, what?
Are you going to tell her? So, Mika, are you going to tell her?
I'm not gonna say anything.
She deserves to know the truth.
Then you tell her.
Was he the only one that left, Lord Gravis?
Yeah, and the rest of them are still getting kind of patched up by Crow at this point.
I'll approach Samika.
Okay. What are the rest of you guys doing?
I'm gonna find. We should probably find a place to sleep.
Well, I
Rest.
think Brotar is gonna try to make his way back to the Platinum Peanut and check on it after all that's been going on.
Okay. Saddles, Alistair, you guys doing?
Alistair's gonna start just looking around, finding all that, like, collecting this and shit from the tower, like all the magic items we found at the end a few sessions ago.
Yeah. Saddles, you gonna do anything? Is Josh there? Is he all coffeeed up? Oh, there, I can hear. Okay, so yeah. So, Faustus, you approach Sovika, who's kind of just frantically sitting there, and she almost bats away. She looks over at you and she bats away Krull's hand. And she goes, I'm fine. And she kind of stands up and looks at you, Faustus, and goes, my wife, she's not here.
I know where she might be, or rather, we do.
And as you say that, her eyes light up, and immediately she just walks up to you and aggressively puts her hand on your chest. Says, where? She kind of begins shoving you, almost indirectly in anger, but not at you.
You're not going to like what I have to tell you.
She's sitting and wait.
But you do need to know the truth. I don't know what kind of person your wife is or was, but when we saw her, she was working for Kaivo's company.
You see her eyes kind of somewhat light up in terror for a moment, and then it goes into a calm. She goes, she's alive. She's alive. Where did you see her? Where did you see her? And she keeps continuously shoving you as she's saying this.
She's in the mine. She's working in the mine.
I know Rena. She would never do that. She may claim to work for them, but she would never join them. She is Emerald Claw. She is Emerald Claw.
So she is Emerald Claw. I had a feeling. Whatever they've done to her, they must have brainwashed her in some way. If they're capable of being able to do what they did to my daughter, I don't put it past them. We will help you if you will help us.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay.
Aw.
She goes, I don't need your help, just tell me where.
I understand. Well, if you must run off on your own, and I don't advise it, but like I said, she's in the mine. She was working for a man. I don't remember exactly what he looked like, but he seemed to be the foreman. She seemed to be the one that was directing the slaves of their work.
And without even saying anything, she just immediately turns and runs out the door. Doesn't say anything to you, doesn't say anything to anyone. And in the process, even Krull attempts to grab at her as she leaves. And she just immediately runs off.
I'll just get a whisper, a silent prayer for her.
Okay. So, I'll say Alistair and Savos, you guys begin to look through the throne room, look around the area, and as everyone is kind of just taking in the sights, or resting in the main area, you do walk into the room and you find on the sword, the golden sword that he was carrying, and the broken chainmail that he was wearing as well.
Yeah.
Picked up the money, right? The
So
100.
So on them, on the actual members, Savos and Alistair, you guys find not much. You do find a gem, a single gem. It's a ruby worth about 350 gold pieces on their person, on the sword specifically. And you also find a bracer attached to the sword as well. So you find the bracer, broken chain armor, broken chainmail, as well as the golden sword on him, and this one large red ruby.
Yeah, you said that there was 150,000 gold pieces.
Yes, so as you guys are exploring the rest of the building, there are a few notable areas that you guys kind of stumble into in the process. You find a kind of dungeon-looking door that's locked at the moment. You also find a vault which is open, containing the 150,000 gold pieces. So you do see stacks of chests in the room, just various barrels and chests. And looking inside, you do gather that each one contains gold. You guys also head into what looks like an armory filled with just different weaponry. Some swords hanging on racks. There are a few shields as well. And it bears, it does have an emblem on each shield. What looks kind of like a dragon. Just a basic, very basic dragon on it.
By the way, when I find the vault, I am going to cast Conjure Animals, and I'm going to conjure Let me check my notes again. Ba-ba-ba.
I'll say Savos and Alistair make investigation checks as well.
Investigation.
No.
Well, there's a bridge.
There's my nat one.
Oh,
Yeah, wow. What'd you say, Josh? Other Josh?
I got sick a little while ago, and paired with my asthma, I am straight up not having a good time. So I might
Yeah.
have to leave early.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Show up for next week's session.
Yeah, no worries, man. You gotta
man.
ease up on the coffee, bro.
I refuse to give up coffee.
I know it's great. I love it too.
Just pump off the gas just a tad.
Just have one.
yeah, I straight up OD'd on that stuff once on caffeine.
It's a lot of fun. So between you guys are kind of looking at these different rooms, different areas. You don't seem to know how to get into a lot of these doors. There is 4 doors that you guys are unable to get into. However, you do get into the vault, which is the only thing that's oddly enough seemed open.
Okay, so I cast a conjure animal and I summon a ice spider queen, and I place her right in front of the vault, and I
Okay.
say, I kneel in front of her, and I say,
Yeah.
only me and my friends get in here. Do you understand?
And it just kind of like all of the legs kind of just sink down, and it kind of just positions itself directly. So for the next
Excellent.
hour, you'll have your ice spider standing guard. So Brotar, you're wandering through the city, making your way, and you do see small pockets of fighting, and as you go and aid a few of them, there are people holding them tightly. A few of these lizard members. A few of them are being bullied. A few of them are sitting in rows, kind of almost like they've been captured, as other individuals from the Sallow are just hovering above them, standing on guard. You eventually walk through the market, and at this point, you do see that there is quite a bit of bloodshed. You would almost estimate that there are at least a few hundred people who have died today.
Well, sadly, I'll just keep going, try to get back to the bar.
You rush back to the Platinum Peanut, and immediately you do see that it looks okay, relatively okay from the outside.
I think, is there like a back entrance or is it just the front? I don't remember.
There is a back entrance. You guys have to... Actually, no, you spend a lot of time at the bar. Yes, there's an entrance that leads to the back where all of the various vats, kind of silos sit.
Okay, so I'll make my way around the back and kind of go in that way.
Okay. So you kind of move through. You are now sitting at the back entrance. It's actually more of like a back cellar that leads to a basement, similar to what you saw at the ivory room.
Yeah, I remember that well. I'll go in that way.
Okay. So you managed to get into it. Actually, it's unlocked.
Is that weird that it's unlocked?
Um,
I don't know.
It would be locked technically, but I mean, you can go ahead and check it out.
I should
It's
say,
unlocked.
let me check and see if it's like the lock broken or is it just we forgot to lock it when we left.
Oh, if you want to do that, investigation. Please.
Okay. Big +0. Ooh, 18 now.
Oh, nice. It doesn't seem to have been broken.
Okay, so I'll just open the door and head in.
Okay. And as you go in, you walk in and there's a slight bit of darkness as your eyes adjust, and as you kind of look up, you just see dozens of people inside the cellar, and they all look up at you. One man and one woman immediately stand and are holding swords, pointing it at you. The woman says,
"Oh, go ahead.
Come no closer."
This is my bar, so I'm kind of wondering why you're telling me I can't come closer.
There's a little bit of confusion. They say, "Are you Red Hand?"
I sure am.
They all kind of look at each other and they say, "Leave now, Red Hand."
Oh, God.
And you see behind them now, there's like even women, children, older people as well, are all kind of piled up behind them.
Now listen, lady, I don't want any trouble here, but this is my bar, and I am not leaving. I guess I'll pull out Dolphin and just hold it. Okay. I'm not going to point it at anybody. I'm just holding it.
Make an intimidation or persuasion check.
I guess we'll do intimidation. 17.
17? Okay. So she kind of looks at you, and the man is just beside her. And both of them are actually gnomes, so they're a little bit smaller than everyone. They're tiny. But they're showing some braveness in front of you, being this hulking figure. And immediately, the man kind of puts his arm or his hand on the woman's shoulder and says, "Just, please, we just need shelter." Just kind of looks over at you and kind of pulls the woman's hand down a little bit so that the sword is no longer pointing at you. He looks at you and says, we have older ones, younger ones. Please, just, we need shelter from the fighting outside. We have nowhere else to go.
Y'all are welcome to come on in and stay here. Just put that sword away. And I'll put Dolphin back as a sign of good faith.
And as you guys are talking, and they do begin to lower their weapons, from behind them, you do hear a voice. You hear a voice say, "Now, is there a commotion going on here or something?" Or, "Oh, it's boss." And you see Zidane, the Asimite, walk downstairs and push through the crowd of people and say, sorry, boss. We kind of had to let a few people in here. They were just sitting outside, and and he kind of points outside as if to say, "There's fighting going on."
It's all right. It's fine. Everybody's fine. You're safe here. You don't have to worry about what's going on out there. And how about a round on me? And I'll buy a round of drinks for everybody in here. One round.
Okay, I'll get on that, boss. And he kind of runs upstairs, and you could hear him kind of talking, and you hear the voice of Lore as well as Marcus upstairs. And the rest of them are kind of looking a little confused. But as the tension kind of settles a little bit, you hear the woman say, I'm sorry, sirs. We're from the Sallows, and we just needed somewhere to be."
What's
her hand out.
What's the guy's name? The Esmar? I can't remember.
Zidane.
Zodan, why don't you see if we can find a place for, I don't know, we can move the tables and make way for these people to like lay down or something. I don't know. We don't have a ton of room here and we don't have a ton of beds, but I want everybody to be safe.
You hear him say, "Oh, definitely, boss. 1 second," and then he runs upstairs, and you hear the sound of like tables being moved around.
All right, everybody, let's get upstairs.
And two of them, the woman and the man, take charge and begin to move everyone upstairs. Eventually, the woman comes back and goes up to you and says, "Has the fighting outside stopped?"
Well, I wouldn't exactly say it's stopped. It's better than it was.
She kind of takes a very deep breath. And she kind of begins to usher the rest of the people upstairs. And now you can see there's probably about 15 or so individuals that have gone upstairs. She says, "Thank you. Thank you so much for letting us stay, and I'm sorry for... my name is Dominique." She kind of holds her little tiny hand out towards you.
I'll shake her hand, I guess. Nice to meet you.
This is a great help. And eventually your bar crew begins to hand out drinks to everybody. The younger people are being served water or milk. However, some of the older folks, you do see, despite them looking very old, like very old gnomes, they just begin chugging the ale. And you hear one of them say, "Well, I haven't seen fighting like this since I can't remember." And you hear now conversation starting to kind of pick up a little bit as they're finding a little bit of comfort inside of Platinum.
I'll say to my buddy there, just remember, I said one round, not that these guys got to pay for the rest of these. We ain't running a charity here. And then to the crowd, I'll just say, just remember, everyone's welcome here at the Platinum Peanut, and we're here for everyone.
And almost like in tandem, they all go raise their glass and they all go cheers. Even the young ones who are holding a glass of water and milk. As they all begin to take drinks. And things have kind of settled at this point. They were a little on edge, but now that they found a little bit of a safe haven, they seem to be doing okay.
All right, so were we going to take a long rest or something before we go do our next thing? Because I think I might try to just go upstairs and crash for a bit.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, I think our plan was to long rest in the tower, I guess, and then head off. Hopefully, when the fighting's died down, and then head off to the mine with that.
And I'll slam a beer and then head upstairs.
Okay. Eventually, the rest of you, are you going to head back to the Platinum Peanut? Or are you guys going to stay in the tower?
I'm gonna stay in the tower.
Same.
Okay.
Or
Yep, so it's actually starting to reach evening time at this point. It's getting late, and at this point, all of the fighting has pretty much stopped. There's still some commotion going on around town. However, everything is generally stopped as people from the Sallows, along with the Titan's Cross, have pretty much done it. Any sort of pocket fighting going on in the city. So the rest of you are just going to go immediately to sleep, or is there something you guys wanted to do
I've
before?
had something, but if anybody else has something first, I'll wait.
Yeah. Anyone else going to do anything?
nope.
No.
Okay. Okay, go ahead.
So I will probably go off to the now probably deserted throne room on my own.
Okay.
Once it's started to get nice and dark. I don't know if there's any lighting in here at all.
Yep. So as you're in there, and the night descends, there is a light that shines through the back. There is a massive stained glass window directly behind the throne that's letting in a little bit of the moonlight. So it is very brightly lit, and it almost looks a little religious, as there's a bit of light that's shining, the moonlight just shining directly on the throne.
Yeah.
And it's giving off a faint glow inside.
So, after a few tenuous moments, Faustus will finally say, Father, are you there? I know you're dogging my every steps. I'm not a fool. I would have a word with you.
Are you using the sending stone, or
no? I'm just
speaking out loud.
Yeah.
Okay. You don't get a response.
Not surprised. No, you've chosen your side, and I've chosen mine. But if you have her, I'm coming for you. And then I'll head to bed.
Okay. So, eventually, Faustus, you do manage to look around this place, and you do see that there are a few chambers available. And the rest of you basically do the same. So you guys get a nice, good rest from all the day's events that has happened, with the revolution seemingly complete. So, you guys get all of your hit points back.
Nice.
Spell slots restored. It is now the 29th day of Ren. It is a Saturday, so it is a Saturday. And you guys, most of you are in your own chambers inside of the fort. Just random chambers that you guys have found, just passed out completely in there. Brotar, you are the Platinum Peanut. Is there anything you guys want to do?
I am going to get about 1,000 platinum, and I'm gonna make a beeline towards Ava's wishes.
Okay. Okay. Anyone else going to join him?
I'll go with him. I'll take some money and go with him as well.
Alistair's gonna stay in the treasury, and he's gonna start splitting it in half.
Okay, great.
Take half of it and put it in a pile.
Brotar, are you going to do anything?
I'll probably, at this point, once I get up, head back to the tower to be with those guys.
Okay. As on your way back to the tower, you actually end up coming across Grim and Faustus. As you guys all look around, most of the bodies have been cleaned up. I wouldn't say not most. I'd say about a lot has been cleaned up since you saw it, at least, Brotar. However, there are still piles and piles of dead, and it's a very harsh scene that you guys are looking at here, as there are just Lots of dead people all around.
Rough. But I guess you can't have an omelet without breaking a couple eggs, eh?
I agree.
Something like that.
I mean, in the long term, this is gonna be better for the city. Those guys were assholes.
I know that. I just hope everybody else understands that too.
Jay, let me ask you
So,
something. Could I wear the splint armor? From the veteran?
The one that you guys found in the square.
Yeah.
It would be considered heavy, I believe.
Because it's not all metal, right?
Yeah, but is it? You're not proficient in heavy armors, though, right?
Oh, it's heavy armor. So yeah, never mind. Okay, so I'm just gonna say, unless anyone wants the sword and the splint armor, I'm gonna take it to Ava's to see if I can sell it. Does anyone want that?
15,000? Is that 15,000 gold?
Yeah.
Okay.
If we split half with the city, everyone gets 15,000 gold.
Oh, we're not splitting half of the city. They're gonna get 25k.
I mean, I'm kind of more in favor with splitting half.
I have written down that I have 25,000 gold. Is that correct? 24,000?
Yeah, because that was the original plan. We get we each get 25,000 gold, and we give 25,000 back to the city. We still have to run this tower, the army, and everything else.
Don't really have an army. We have Titan's Cross, which I was gonna plan on giving them the gold, like half of it to help rebuild Oldwyn, get things going again.
We're gonna need all that money until we get that mine. Trust
We
me,
need
we
money
won't be
to buy
wanting.
equipment. We need money to buy equipment. We need money to take down Kairos. We need money to take down the Empire. Giving half to the city is foolish. That's my opinion.
Wow, we're kind of overreaching
I mean-
if we're gonna try to. Sorry, what?
I mean,
I
in
was
the
gonna
long run,
say-
that's our plan.
I'm gonna say is that most of this money is theirs anyway. It's taken from them by the three-headed serpent.
And we gave them their freedom back.
Look, if you want your 25,000, then go ahead.
But I want.
Alistair, give my 25,000 back to the people.
Alright.
I'll take none of it at all.
So it's gonna only take the 15k.
As you guys are standing outside, you do hear a commotion near you guys, as you guys have all met. Rotar, you just saw Grim and Faustus show up with a giant bag, making clanking noises inside of their bag. You assume it's some sort of currency in there. But behind you guys, you do hear a commotion, and you hear a few individuals start yelling out, "We caught one, he's trying to get into the city." And you just see a group kind of pushing their way past you guys towards the keep, actually. And they seem to have a humanoid with a bag over top of their head as they're pushing through. And a crowd is kind of forming, and everyone's kind of pointing.
I'll approach them.
Okay. Rotar, Grim, you guys doing anything?
No.
Okay.
Just gonna watch.
You approach them?
Yes.
Okay. So they are kind of like roughly pushing this individual and shoving him around, and you can see that this person is wearing like leathers underneath, but they do have a bag over top of their head.
What seems to be the problem, gentlemen?
It's like, we caught one of these these scum trying to get into the city. You kind of just begin kicking this person down. Who's got their hands bound behind their back.
Okay, I'm sorry. Who's saying that they caught Red Hand?
It's just a mob of people. There's probably about 8 or so people shoving this one individual.
This is the town that you guys want to help. This is the kind of bullshit that you want to protect. A mob. Fucking joke.
I'd like to take the hood off of the person.
Okay, as you extend a hand out, they go, oh. Who are you and what are you doing?
We're fucking Red Hand.
And they all look over at you and they say, You're just walking freely and you're Red Hand. Aren't you the reason for all this? Aren't you the reason why the lizards were killing?
We're the reason why you're not a slave right now.
Looks at all of you and says, so you're telling me that you killed the lizards so that we would be free?
That's what we fucking said, you idiot.
Have you been outside of town?
You hear one individual who's, as the rest of them are getting rowdier, one individual steps in and goes, look, I'm sorry, everyone's just on edge here. Between lizards
whether we
and
accept your apology or not, it's going to be up to this guy you beat up and tied up. He decides your fate. Because this doesn't happen anymore.
You can see this like younger half-elf who's kind of tried to defuse the situation walks up after trying to clarify things between both parties and says, all right, we could sit down and we could discuss this. There's no need for bloodshed today. Red Hand, lizards. The city's had enough. So let's talk. If this is your man, then let you be responsible for it. And he kind of holds everybody off, takes the hooded figure, and throws him towards your way.
I'll try to catch him.
Okay. He does stumble and fall in the process. This individual, but eventually begins to stand up.
I cast Cure Wounds at first level.
Okay. He's still hooded.
I'd like to take the hood off.
Okay. You take the hood off, and immediately, kind of pockmarked face, this individual, long greasy hair, is kind of blinking his eyes. With his eyes adjusting, and as his eyes adjust, he looks over directly at you, Grim, and he pauses for a moment, and he says, "You."
Me.
And he says, We are the daffodils, Grim. We are the daffodils. And you recognize this as the man that you had instructed to send a message to Rose.
Oh shit! I grab him by the arm and I start leaving from the crowd. You boys have that, right? What the fuck happened?
Sorry.
Goes,
What? Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking to me.
Yes.
I was trying to clarify what you'd said. I didn't quite understand it out of context.
yeah. So you guys just watched Grim. Basically, as soon as this individual was unmasked, he just looked over at Grim. His hands are still bound. Mentioned these words. Grim, you're going to try to take him aside.
Yeah, so he recognized me.
He recognizes you.
Okay.
Are you just going to abandon your buddies, Brotar and Faustus? They're just
Yeah,
standing there.
I'm just gonna pull him like maybe 10 or 15 feet aside.
Okay. So you guys watch as Grim just pulls this individual 10 to 15 feet aside.
So what the hell happened?
Had some trouble getting out of the city, and took me a little longer, but I got your message delivered
Directly to her.
directly to her, quietly. No one knew.
Okay. Did she say anything back?
We are the daffodils, Grim.
Oh. Okay, you've done a great job. I reach into my pocket and I pull 10 gold, and I give them to him. And
His
how
hands are
does
still
he
bound.
look?
His hands are still bound.
I untie. I free him. Does he still look hurt?
He's not looking really rough. He was almost just being bullied at this point.
Okay.
But you assume that he says, tried to get into this place, and well,
Yeah.
I was just here a little while ago, and nothing like this was going on, and I come back and
Well,
What the-
it's things haven't happening. Look, man, I have another job for you. If you're up for it, and I'll pay it as well. But I cannot give you a location.
what is it?
So I give him another 10 gold. I need you to find Summer's dance. I need to reach her. Tell her that Grim wants to talk to her.
He kind of looks over at you. He says, I will. And he kind of looks around, kind of almost in paranoia, and he takes the gold from your hand. He says, once the task is done, I'll send word, but I must get back to Winter's Kiss.
Okay, I understand that. Thank you.
Kind of just looks around again, almost adjusting himself a little bit, kind of slicking back his greasy hair, begins to walk away. Faustus and Brotar, you guys just watch Grim pull aside this man, speak to him, and let him go.
Hey, what was that all about there, buddy?
Faustus has got his arms crossed.
He's a friend.
Anything we need to worry about?
No, he's not gonna be in trouble. I hired him to do a job.
A
He
job?
was, yeah. a favor, actually. And he was just coming here to tell me that the favor was done.
I mean, I don't want to pry into your business or nothing, but if there's something you want to share with us, you can.
There is not a lot we know about you.
Wait, what?
Well, I mean, we've only known each other for a little while, and
I mean,
I don't know a lot about your background or his.
well,
or Alistair's.
Grim and I have been together for quite some time now, so I'm not too worried about it. But I just want to know.
I'm just saying, I'm an open book, but
Right.
But I just told you guys I needed. Did you get a message? Someone he delivered.
Listen, I trust you. All right. If you don't want to tell me what's
Thank
going
you.
on, I don't care. Can I insight check him?
I'll tell you later.
Okay, make an insight check.
I just want to know if he's lying to me.
Okay.
That's a whopping 9.
9.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. You've known Grim for a while, and this has been your mantra, this whole conversation, that you just don't bother asking those questions sometimes, but you get the sense that he's just being the usual Grim that you know.
All right. Well, what the hell are we doing, guys? Let's get this show on the road.
yeah, I'm gonna
Let's hit Avis.
actually head back to the tower since I didn't take any money.
I'm just gonna walk behind him, counting my gold.
Okay. Are you guys going to continue to Ava's? So the rest of you are going to... Grim's going to go alone to Ava's, right?
I'll go with Grim if he doesn't mind. I'll go with you, buddy.
No, I don't at all.
Unless you got something to hide from me. I'm
Sorry, what
So
did
it's
you
just
say
me
now?
and Brotar.
Yeah.
Are going to Avis.
Yep, you're going to head back to the tower, right, Vastus?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
I didn't take any of the money, so I got no spending money.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So you guys managed to head to Ava's as the...
Before we arrive, once we are out of earshot, I turn to Brotar and I say, there's someone from my past. Someone who still means a lot to me, even to this day.
Is this that mysterious rose you sometimes speak of?
Yeah.
All right.
I
mean, you
just-
don't have to go into details if you don't want to, Val. It's fine.
No, it's okay. I don't like to, talk a lot about my past and my personal life, but we're not just friends, we're brothers. All that I did was I hired him to find Rose and tell her that I'm okay. 'Cause, when I left, when I ran away, when everything went to shit, I think everyone believed I was dead. And, I don't know, I want to see Rose at some point.
All right. Well, we'll find her.
Yeah, I hope so, because if she's not happy with this whole marriage thing, I gotta find a way to save her.
Hey, I'm always down
Get
to
her
crash a
away
wedding,
from
buddy.
everything. Yeah, that would be fun.
Let's go to Avis.
Thank you,
Let's
brother.
figure this shit out.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys eventually head to Ava's.
Yeah.
So Faustus and Alistair, what are you guys doing? Still counting money at the...
Yeah, I'm gonna help him out with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically, whatever's left over, I go find whoever the leader of Titan Cross is. And just tell them that's where it is and want to give it to the city, I guess.
Yeah, so at the very front, you do see Lord Gravis. He's kind of directing some people still very, very heavily injured. But he is directing some people to kind of pick up the pieces. At least the courtyard to the Oldwyn Tower is cleaned up at this point. And as you guys approach him, he does look over at both of you, and says, "Well, we got most of it cleaned up here, so at least this place has its honor restored." Kind of looks up at the tower and looks around the place. So, what have you two of you been up to?
Not much. You know, same old, same old.
I think he was talking to us, actually.
Oh shit, I'm sorry. I thought it was me. I was a bit.
That's okay.
Says, what do you know about Oldwyn? About this tower?
Not much.
Not very much.
Would I know anything, Jay?
Roll a history check.
Okay.
Can I give him a help action?
I'll say yeah, both of you.
Kind of put our heads together.
So you've heard that it was run by a tyrant. That's all you know. You just heard that it was run by a tyrant at some point.
I remember there being a tyrant that ruled here before.
He goes, yes. That Dragonborn, the Lord Windmaven. He founded this place. Who
Oldwyn?
knows, through some sort of circumstance, Valoran found himself a little overwhelmed with power. Legend has it that he was part of a Marin expansion group somewhere in the eastern part of the continent who came over here in Galbaris and planted 4 small trees to mark the boundaries of this place. And over time, as the Marin population grew, this place connected everything from the north, south, the east, and the west. And, well, my family has been in this place for generations, since the time of Windmaven. He kind of looks off and kind of thinks in silence for like a few moments as you guys just sit there. He turns over at you again and says, this place has changed. Changed hands, changed people. The next to follow Valoran was a man named Gotto. Gotto liberated this place from the Marins and gave some of its power back to the citizens, but only those who saw fitting to his cause. See, the thing is, Gotto believed in survival of the fittest. And, well, many of this place, Oldwyn, its citizens have to use its own methods to survive, so you can almost say it's in their blood. It has been for generations. And that's how this place has been known to become Larcener's Point, the new social order. I heard stories when I was young. Murder and robbery weren't uncommon. Gotto was a slave who saw things fit, turned his place to something he was comfortable with. Whoever was unable to fend for themselves, those who were weak, including children and the elderly, were left to die or be strong enough to survive. It wasn't until one of my descendants, a member of the Knights of Gnosis, just so happened to travel by this place and managed to liberate it from the hands of Gato. And, well, though they didn't give power to my descendant, he was a pure-hearted man named Semran Whitehall who acquired this place and would rule it for hundreds of years. It stayed in Whitehall hands until yesterday. You see, the reason I tell you this is that people of the Sallows, I know not of what they think, who they believe, what they believe, but that power has to stay in their hands and out of the Whitehalls, out of tyrants, out of people like Gato, Faloran, and the others that came before them. So whatever we choose to do with this place, whatever we choose to do, and whatever you choose to do with this place, don't be like Gato. Don't be like Faloran. And most importantly, don't be like those Whitehall bastards we just killed off.
Do you recall the words that I said yesterday? When I was addressing the crowd?
He nods in agreement.
Are you religious at all?
He nods.
I was sent back for a purpose, not just to find my daughter. I represent the god Chazirian. I was sent here to change things. Should I be successful in my journey, I will become what he said to be the champion of Atomas. So you could say that it is my mission, while I still remain on this earth, to change things for the better.
And you'll have to pardon me for speaking so directly, Faustus. But it is exactly that kind of talk. It is exactly that kind of talk that led to this place being this way. You see, we may be destined for things, but it is always a choice.
Wow.
Greatness is not given. It is not a title that is endowed upon us. It is a title we earn by our actions. That is what Titan's Cross is. So you see, you may have liberated the people in this town, but just remember that they paid, hundreds more paid with their lives for your cause.
You don't have to worry about me. Power is not something I want. All I care
Maybe
about
not
is
right
helping.
now. Maybe not right now, Faustus. But when that time comes, if that time comes, the Titan's Cross will strike you down.
Well, Lord Gravis.
Don't make us hold you to that.
If I ever become that tainted, I expect nothing less.
He kind of looks on and doesn't say much. Turns away from both of you. And says, "There is much to be done. So let us get on with it." He just steps and begins walking towards the men, helping a few people lift a few logs, trying to rebuild a few of the areas.
Speaking of which, Lord Gravis.
Turns around.
We've recovered some of the gold. We wanted to give it to you to help with the city.
It's not for me to decide that. But it seems you've already made that decision for yourselves.
If you have better counsel, I'm open to hear it.
He turns around and he does not look your way.
Faustus just kind of looks at Alistair. Did we do the right thing?
I have no clue. It seems a lot easier in the stories we read. I guess this is what it means to live through history.
All we can do is try, I guess.
The story ain't over yet. We still have the Carvos Corporation to deal with. Mining expedition up to the north.
Yeah, let's focus on that. If he won't take it, what should we do with the money?
I think
Should we
what's
distribute
there,
ourselves? Sorry, you were saying?
I was saying, well, we've took our portion, but I don't know what to do. Shut up, Ryan.
That tower needs a golden toilet, baby.
If he won't take the
so
money
wasteful.
himself, if he won't take the money himself, then we'll see what we can do to change and help things around here. It's our responsibility now.
It's kind of, yeah. I think at the very least we should probably try to have the people know the truth of the Red Hand and everything. What happened there, at least.
I agree. No more lies. People have suffered enough under rulers that deceive them. Not that I want to rule in the first place.
Yeah. It's definitely a harder position than it looks.
What were you saying about the others?
I was saying we should probably go meet up with them.
I have a feeling where they are.
So you guys head out. I walk through the city, and you are greeted with the same sights that Brotar and Grim had seen. Faustus, you've seen before, that there are still bodies littered throughout the city. Not all lizards of course. A lot of people who look like they're homeless, dirty, mostly from the Saddles as well, who fought and gave their lives. But eventually you do see Grim and Brotar walk into Ava's. Immediately as Brotar and Grim, as you guys walk into Ava's, I need you guys to both make wisdom saves.
Oh shit.
Shit.
21. Not natural.
Damn.
21.
Just straight wisdom save?
Wisdom save,
Yes.
right?
Wisdom saving throw. Yeah.
Oof.
I believe you're proficient, but I don't think that helped you.
Okay.
Oh, wisdom
And-
save. Oh, no. I made.
I need you to check. You want to save. That's a little better for you.
Okay.
25.
As you guys walk in, you guys start feeling a little weird, like something's trying to get into your head or
Weird.
cause you to stop moving. However, you guys kind of just shrug it off, and you guys look at each other like, "Do you feel something?" And all of a sudden, just shake your head like, "Oh, whatever." Almost like a wave of like something just came upon you.
The hell was that?
I want to look around. That's weird.
There's no one there that you see. However, you do hear a voice say, "Whoever you are, hold on one sec, sorry. You hear a voice say, whoever you are, don't move, stay there." And you guys just don't heed the commands at all. You guys don't feel anything other than this kind of wave that hits you. And eventually, just like in a quick pop-up style, like almost like you're playing whack-a-mole, you just see pop up in the middle is Ava, dressed in her tattered clothing, and she goes, "Oh, did it work?"
Did what work?
No, not.
Well, I should really practice that a little more. Luckily, it was you. Sorry. Anyways,
What exactly are you talking about?
oh well,
I think
it's
she was the
just
one who was trying to do something to our heads.
it's just a little precaution, if you will. Trying to get you to stop and just stand there. It didn't seem to work, so no matter. Well, glad to see both of you are safe.
Maybe you should look
Yeah.
before you shoot next time.
Well, if that was the case, I probably wouldn't be in this situation right now. Anyways, duly noted. You guys can come out now, and you see that a few of her workers are starting to pop out of the woodwork. Ganassi and a few of the others kind of just start coming out. Because you wouldn't think we would be in operation amongst all this, but, you know, Ava's never closes.
Yeah, that's what I like about this place.
Well, good. So, what's been going on out there?
Well, apparently the Red Hand saved the entire town. It was amazing.
The entire town.
Yeah,
What of
no more
what of
three-headed
those,
lizards.
And what of the 3 in the castle?
Oh, dead. Dead.
And you see she kind of like pauses for a moment. Like, it almost looks like Ava's just generally been kind of like a witty kind of person. She does pause with a little bit of a, almost like she has a little bit of a heartbreak for a second, which she notices for a quick second and says, "Oh, so Randall, Corin, both dead.
I knew them as the speaker, the sword, and the voice.
The listener.
The listener. Right.
Oh, so
Yeah.
that means Taurus is dead too. Oh,
Were
those
you
poor
friends with them?
Fitzroys.
Were these friends of yours?
They weren't friends so much as.
So much as
Oh my
what?
gosh. Wait a minute. If they're gone, did you see someone dead? Did you see an old man? Withered old man.
I don't remember. Did we see a withered old man?
I don't know.
Because he would have. Is it safe to go there now?
Well, yeah.
Town's the city's still kind of.
I mean, it's still kind of fucked up outside, but
Yeah,
it's
they should probably give it a couple of weeks.
at least a couple days.
Well, we need to find this man.
Who is he?
His name is Father Gelm.
Is that Father Gelm?
Gelm.
Gelm. Okay.
She says, "Now, would you be able to take me to the castle if it's safe to do so?"
Yeah. In a second, okay? We got business to do.
Business, schmizness. If the blizzards are gone, what is it that you want?
Oh my god! So first of all, I placed the sword, Fortune's favor.
So just fortune.
Fortune sword. Yeah.
So
And
technically, you haven't identified it yet.
oh,
Yeah. So you just place the golden sword down, and what else are you placing?
and +1 splint armor.
Okay. She goes, "Okay. Did you need these identified, or?"
No, I mean we can't really use them, so we were looking to sell them. I turned to Broter. Do you wear? Could you wear this armor?
What was that armor?
Splint.
It was the heavy split.
I mean, I can wear heavy armor. I don't know if I want to, though. Is it like plate or something?
It's almost like leather, but there's like rivets on it. It's like riveted metal that's strapped over top of it.
Would that
So
give
it's almost like, yeah. So it'll give you 17 AC, but disadvantage on stealth. And it is considered heavy, which you can wear.
It's +1, right? So
Yeah.
technically 18.
Yeah.
I mean, is stealth that important?
I like to
You
be
were
a
complaining
sneaky
about your
sumbitch.
AC.
I still have this
All
cloak
right.
too that gives me advantage, so I guess if I wore them both, it would just cancel each other out, correct?
Yeah. It will be just a straight rolls.
Well, sure, fuck it, I'll wear it.
Okay. So it's just the sword. Plus, I want to see what cool magic items do you have there?
I'll tell you what. I'll give you everything if you just take me to the castle, please.
What, like you'll give us a store?
Look, no, it's still my store, but I'll give you this. And she throws the handy haversack and the portable hole.
Okay. All right. Let's go.
What did you give us?
Just keep all of it. Please take me to the castle. We need to find Father Gelm as soon as possible.
Let's go. I just show Brotar the portable hole. Do you want this?
What the fuck is
This
this?
shit is. Well,
She goes,
it's
I would be
basically.
careful putting those two things together, please.
Yeah.
And
I
she
just
hands
give
you,
Brotar the.
So she hands
Sure,
you
I'll
like
take
what
it.
looks like a small handkerchief. It looks almost like a little tiny handkerchief, and she gives you a pendant that you almost wear like a glove on your hand. That would be the portable hole, and then for the handy haversack, it's just a bag, like a little backpack, basically.
Which one do you want, Ryan?
I'll take the hole.
Okay. Are you sure?
Should I be? Now you got me wondering.
No.
Am I gonna fall into this thing and never get back out?
I mean, there's like some air in there.
Yeah, fuck it.
You can't get out.
I'll take the hole.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Savo stuck his head in there, and it was like a very cold kind of. You can still breathe in there, so it's
Okay,
fine.
I'll take
There's
it.
like so many minutes of air, I believe.
Yeah. So she kind of just grabs a few things quickly, and she goes, "I'm sorry, that's all the magic items I have. However, it is yours. Please take me to this castle right now. If Taras, Randall, and Corin are all dead, we must find Father Gelm."
All right. Okay, brother. I am going to run ahead. You escort her. I'll just see if there's any trouble. If there is, I'll come back to warn you.
Well, I'm not going with you.
Well, I'll just scout ahead a little bit.
Okay.
And I wild shape into a wolf.
Okay. So Ava almost claps her hand giddily, and she goes, "Good. You go on ahead and tell us when to go." She kind of just sits and waits.
Okay, so I'm going to. How long is? What's the distance between her store and the castle?
It's not super far. It'd probably take you guys a good 5 to 7 minute walk to get across. Because she's not too far from the tower itself. Like, she's in the market district, so there's a way to get through towards the castle a little faster.
Okay, I'll maybe just cross. I'll maybe just check the. This is the square, right?
Mhm.
Wait, sorry.
No, this is the actual square. This is the market
this is the square.
So,
I'm gonna check this area.
Okay. You go there and you see a bunch of stalls, just like some are like red and white roofed stalls, some green colored stalls. For the most part, they're empty. Like, there's items there, but there's no sellers. However, there are people just generally kind of mulling about, a few injured people as well, just kind of mulling about the area.
Okay, I go back to Ava and Brotar still in wild shape. I remain in wild shape, but I just kind of look at them and wait for them to come to me.
Okay. So Ava eventually looks out the store and looks at you, Brotar, and she says, "That's our cue. Come." And she just scoots out and turns around and says, "Wash the store for me, please. I'll be back soon." And she just departs the store. Brotar, you're going to follow, I assume.
Yeah. After putting on that armor.
So I'll say while Grim was out scouting, you managed to put on that armor. So you guys all eventually head together towards the castle. And at this point, it's looking a little safer. There are still people out and about, but it seems like these people who noticed you saw you from the top of the spire, so they're a little less curious. Just let you be. You guys eventually do make it back to the tower.
Would we have bumped into them at that point?
Yeah, were you guys heading out?
Yeah, we were heading towards them, I think, weren't we?
Yeah, so eventually you do see cross paths with them. As you guys are just about to exit the courtyard when you see Grim Rotar and Ava return.
What the hell?
I mean, what did they go get Ava for?
Rotar? Grim, what is this?
She wanted to come here. She's got someone where she wants to find. I think it was her dad.
I'm in wolf form. I don't talk.
Well, I wasn't aware of that you were still in wolf form, so disregard that.
And she's kind of like looking around and saying, "Ah, good. The two of you, have you seen an old man? He's got a big long beard, bald. I don't know how he looks like now, but possibly still looks like that. Answers by the name of Geln."
Would we be aware of that?
At this point, no.
I'm not familiar with someone like that.
Oh, sorry.
What do you know of this tower? You seem to know an awful lot about...
Well, I used to live here, so... She
Wait.
kind of says,
You used to live here.
"Well, yes.
Was the portal there when you lived here?
The portal.
The one in the throne room.
No.
There's a teleportation circle.
Definitely not.
Last.
One of Gato's descendants.
Well, can we help her find the what she's looking for? This old man?
We can look, but I highly doubt he's
Yeah.
here.
Well,
Few
how much of the
rooms that
castle
we
have you
can-
checked?
There were a few rooms that we couldn't get into last time.
Well,
I mean, we can
Could
try.
show
busting
you
down
around.
doors. Okay.
just wait a minute. Right. I need to go to my lab, and I believe there are, if they haven't changed anything in this place, then I do have keys there. But we'll need to get inside. Don't know who's been in there since the 5 years that I haven't been in here, so... Okay. Follow me. And she just begins walking in, almost like living in her head, like she's not... You're almost all just window dressing to her at this point. She's like kind of dilly-dally in her mind. She just begins walking in like she owns the place.
She
Well,
seems
apparently she does.
she seems awfully familiar with this place.
You're right about that.
So, do you guys follow?
Yeah.
She begins to walk in, and she does descend the right set of stairs to go downstairs, eventually going through a few hallways until she ends up in a door that is just lined yellow, like it is just pure yellow, very bare yellow door. There are no doorknobs, but she just tries to give it a shove. It doesn't seem to move. She goes, "Stupid security lock. Why do I have to be so good at my job? Well, here's the problem. I can't get into my door. I can't get into this lab. So could you pretty please help me get in?"
I mean, possibly bust down the door with magic, or is it gonna backfire on us?
No, there's no trap, but it looks like things have been changed a little bit, and, well, I created this door to be secure, and it seems something else has made it even more secure. She kind of looks over at you, Brotar, and she goes, "You're a strapping young man. Could you please break this door down?"
I guess. I'm not as strapping as you might think, though. I'll give it a shot. Am I gonna try to bust the door down?
And she kind of looks over at the others, and she goes, almost like with a sour face, she goes, "I beg to differ, and no offense." And she looks at everybody and says, "But you're the only strapping one here, so please."
I guess I'll heave myself at the door.
Okay, make a... Are you just going to slam into it?
I guess. I'm not sure. I'm gonna try that first. I'm just gonna throw myself at the door.
Okay, I'll say make a strength check. Because you battering ram yourself.
Does not come through for some reason, those checks, but it was a 12.
It's okay. A 12? Okay. You slam into the door, and it doesn't even budge. However, it does hurt your shoulder quite a bit. You don't suffer damage, but you hurt yourself.
Is there a lock on the door?
There's no doorknobs, and there is no locks.
Is there any hinges?
I'll say make an investigation check.
Okay. That's hopefully better. It's actually still +0, so probably not. That's a 12.
12? Yeah, it just looks
exactly
like
the same as my check was.
It's a bare wooden door. It just looks like a yellow wooden door. However, it seems like the wood is thick. What you can
Hey, Grim. Grim. Oh shit, you're still a fucking dog. Can you shoot a fireball in that dog suit?
I turn back into Grim.
Fluffy Bunny, this fucking door.
Okay, we should
immediately take a few steps back.
Same.
Yeah. Ava is just scooting really far away from everything. Just kind of peeking from the end of the hall.
I reach into my pouch and I grab a little ball of bat shit, some sulfur, smack them together, and I cast Fireball.
Okay. So how far is everybody going from this? There is a hallway and there's a door.
I'm bolting.
Okay. So you guys are all kind of peering behind a hallway, like around a corner.
Oof, that's a shit.
Okay, you hear this loud, enormous eruption. It just goes right where this yellow door is. And as you guys are letting this thing settle down, you hear heavy footfalls come running. And you see Krull, the orc paladin, kind of look down. And he doesn't even ask you guys a question. He just looks over and he just nods like, "Oh, really? Okay, it's them." And then just walks away.
Everything's under control. Everything's good.
He doesn't even question. And then as the smoke is starting to kind of slowly clear, eventually it does, and the hallway is back to the way it was before. A little bit of soot lines the walls.
Or is unhurt?
Ava's like, "Well, that was quite refreshing in the morning, I guess."
Hey,
and she kind of just runs up
we don't
towards
fuck
the door.
around here, okay?
She kind of sees it, and as you guys all approach, you see it looks like a black door now with all this soot. And as Ava just kind of touches it, it just crumbles into ash. The whole door, so there's no more door to this place. She goes, Well, I really hope that didn't damage anything, but okay. And she steps in to this place.
Well, I mean, the door was still standing for a minute and then turned to ash, so it should be fine.
Technically, she broke the.
She kind of looks around and she goes, well, a few bottles fell from the blast, but that's fine. They're probably old and useless anyway. And she goes, okay, it seems like everything is still here. And as you guys walk in, you guys see it's a fairly large room. It looks like a laboratory. There are just bottles and all sorts of little vials sitting on shelves. There are books lining the walls on the opposite side. There are chests. There's a work table. There's all sorts of what look like working tools in this place. There's even a workbench. And she just begins rummaging through one particular chest. And she goes, after a few moments, eventually says, got it. Okay. I have the keys. Here are all the keys we'll need. So, towards the cells?
Yeah.
And she just begins
Sure.
same way as before. She doesn't even wait for your approval. She just kind of is dizzyingly doing her thing, and you guys are just kind of along for the ride. She eventually goes to the opposite side, up the stairs, back to the main hall, back down the other side, and begins running down. And immediately jangles some keys, and the door opens, and it is a big, heavy door. And you guys push through, and it is dark. And there's just this thick air that hits you guys immediately. It smells very, very rank in this place. Not quite like death. It doesn't smell like death necessarily, a little bit, but it's more just like it smells really bad.
Okay.
And as you guys walk inside, it is really, really dark. And she says, torchlight anybody?
I can't produce fire, and
Okay.
fire appears in my hand. Can I do it on both hands?
You can.
I think
I'll
it's a
just say
concentration
with-
spell, I believe.
Yeah, you.
No,
so
it's a
you-
cantrip.
I
So
still think
you're
it's
out.
concentration.
Yeah, you still have to concentrate on it. So, she is a half elf. She has pointy ears. So she's like, oh, I'm fine. Just kind of like looks inside. And she goes, hello? Hear her voice echo a little bit down the hallway. I'll say make, actually wait, give me a second. Does anyone have a perception higher than 14?
I do not.
Yeah, my
Nope.
passive perception is 17.
Okay. You hear something respond as she says hello. You hear it almost like,
Hello? Do you guys hear that?
Nope.
I didn't hear anything other than you. Try to listen
you're gonna
out
do
for
it.
it, I guess.
I shut the fire and I put my goggles of night.
okay. So,
I start
your vision
looking
comes
around.
back. So you see, like, starting as soon as you open the door, there's just lined left to right, just cells, what look like jail cells, like iron bars. Ava is just sitting quietly, looking over at you. What do you want to do, Grim?
I'm gonna look around and see if there's anyone inside the jail cells.
Okay, make a perception check.
I am actually good at that now.
23. So you can almost see a little bit of movement, but for certain, you definitely hear a whimpering now. Now that you're focusing on it, you hear a whimpering, probably just about the edge of your range, down the hall.
Fellas, this way. And I start bolting towards the sound.
I'm following right after him.
Follow right after. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So as you guys continue on down this hall, you see rows and rows of just jail cells left and right. There are a lot of jail cells in this place. However, most of them seem to be empty, leading up to where Grim is going to go. And as you approach near the end of roughly where you thought you heard that noise, you do see 2 humanoids alive and one that looks to be laying down inside of a jail cell.
Do any of them look like the person Ava described?
No, they do not, but you do recognize them. They are the bar owners that you guys had met before. The alien simpleton.
What the hell happened? Why are you guys here?
The male responds, Jack responds to you. He goes, I don't know. He's looking really weak. Like, they took us down here and, well, they killed Gaspaya, and you could see now that the one that you had played the dice game with, Gaspaya, is laying motionless on the floor.
Yeah, well, they're dead now.
And you see Oxa, the girl who you guys had met all the way back with Clyde, playing that card game with. She goes, they're dead? They're
Yeah,
gone?
they are.
See that they're very heavily injured at this point. They all have all sorts of pieces of their skin have been removed.
I'm getting cast
cut up.
healing. I cast healing words on both of them at 2nd level.
The spell slots.
They get 11 and 12 each.
So as they're starting to get a little bit of their energy back and a little bit of the wounds that they sustained have been healed, Jack turns to all of you and says, those fuckers tortured us. They said we burned our bar down. Said we were competitors or something like that. We ain't touched our bar. We ain't do nothing like that.
I know, they were just fucking evil.
Oxa says, poor Gaspaya tried his best. He couldn't hang on. They all just kind of sit there in silence.
I'm just
really
waiting for Ava
knowing
to
how
open the door.
Ava is kind of like shocked and quiet in the back as she's listening to all this, and she hasn't been really reacting to the death that she's seen outside, but this kind of made her feel a little weird, and she's like, Right. And she just begins unlocking the cell, and the door opens. And though the door is open, Jack and Oxa just sit there, put a hand on Gaspaya, and just pat him a little bit on the back. And they say, "Bye, old friend."
She opened the door, right?
Yeah.
I'd like to go over and pick up the body.
Gaspia's a pretty big dude. He's pretty tall. You're just gonna kind of slump him over your shoulder?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to anyway.
Just strength check.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so you guys are watching, and
Oh, no.
Faustus is like a little distraught seeing this, and he just runs up and begins kind of pulling at Gaspia's body. And
Here.
Jack and
Let me
Oxa
help
look at you and say, they
Let me
just
help.
kind of see what you're doing, and they also begin doing what you're doing.
Like,
Alistair, you're going to go as well?
I was gonna say, yeah, I want to help, mainly because
Okay.
I hope I roll on that one.
I'll say you roll a strength check as well.
Aw.
No. So, with the rest of everybody helping, they all kind of help get parts of Gaspia's body up, but it was your intervention that kind of just allowed them to all work together. So you guys are carrying them kind of like pallbearer style, like holding his leg, his torso over your shoulders. And Jack and Oxa are not. They have a hand up, but they can't reach, so they're kind of just steadying you guys. And Ava says, "Now, little one, did you see an old man?" Jack says, "Well, I didn't see nothing, but heard a few more down that way, and down the hallway there are more rows of jail cells."
Jack, did you see a little tiefling girl?
Didn't see nothing, but you can check down that way.
Let's set him down. We'll get him on the way out.
Yeah, you guys know that I can just turn into a horse and carry him out, right? And if anyone makes a joke about riding me, fireball your asses.
I don't think you'd be an enjoyable ride.
After everything that's happened and the conversation that Alistair and I had with Lord Gravis, I'm not really in the mood for laughing. Let's just see
Ava
if anybody's left.
begins to kind of move down the hallway, almost in a little bit of a rush. And she's, along the way, she's going, Father Geln. As she's walking, continues on. After a few moments, she does yell out to everybody. And she said, "Please, I need help here. Quickly."
I'll start dashing that way.
So as you get there, you do see that there is an old man sitting in the cell. He's looking very, very weak. But he does look up and say, come to a little bit. He says, squints and says, "Ava, is that you?" She goes, "Yes, Father Gell, it's me." And she begins to kind of help him up a little bit. He kind of touches her face and says, "It's been too long, Ava. Corin, Ava says, I know, Father Gale, there's time to talk later. Just save your strength. She begins to kind of help him up and walk out of the cell.
Does he seem to be wounded or just weak?
He seems just really weak. She goes, thank you for escorting me through all this. And I believe you're due an explanation, so I suppose we can head back to my laboratory.
I mean, we can talk right here. I mean, not here, but in the tower.
Yeah, her laboratory is where we got the keys from,
Yeah.
where you fireballed.
Oh,
It's in
okay.
Yeah, it's here in the tower.
So, just to get things going, you do manage to make it back eventually to her lab. As she leads you guys there, she sits Father Geln down and kind of gives him a little bit of the water skin that she's had on her person. And everybody just kind of takes a moment to sit down and relax in Ava's lab. And she looks at everybody and says, well, I'm glad you destroyed those Fitzroy bastards. What would you guys like to know?
What's your connection to this place? You said you used to live here. Were you and the three-headed serpents related?
Oh, the three of them are Whiteholes. They are King Bertrand Whitehole's bastard sons.
Oh, shit.
Father Galen and I here raised the Elven one, Corin. We found him abandoned. Decided to give him a life, give him a chance. And along the way, I suppose, he found his half-brothers. And he was the Whitehall who ruled this place, given this place by his father. But I suppose our actions, and when he had learned the truth about his parentage, or his lineage, well, we ended up this way. You see Father Gil now kind of looking almost like he's got a long stare, like he's remembering all this and is very distraught, but he tries not to show it.
My primary concern is something I'm not sure you could even help me with, depending on what you know. But Corin, whatever he was using to animate those automatons that he had in the throne room, he was using my daughter. She's a tiefling like me.
Well, I suppose you're speaking of Meraxium.
He was using Meraxium to force my daughter to do that?
Well, believe it or not, despite this, and she kind of points to what she's wearing. She's like, there was a time when my research was valued. I would have gladly given Corin that technology had he not so aptly gone, to be quite frank, a little insane. But based on what you're describing, yes, I would assume that it would be Meraxian that was capable of doing this.
Grim found the bracelet. I don't know if he shared that with us.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I don't think I found the bracelet. I think it was
I think Savos
Savos?
has it.
Yeah.
Which at this point, actually, Savos hasn't joined you guys. He's been kind of off on his own in the tower still, but
I need to find her. Do you have any idea where anything that they might have had a connection to?
well,
If he was going to go someplace, where he might go.
I have one contact. He is a retired scientist who used to work for the Kaibos. He's just outside of Dragonscar in an old fort. But that was years ago. I couldn't even say if he was still there or... But if there was any sort of chance, it would probably be him.
Wait, Alistair, don't you have like a thingy that you can people far away?
As long as you know the person, you can talk, but it's a 25-worded message there and back. I don't know if that's enough to get the info we need. Would it? I'd ask.
But I mean, Ava could at the very least just tell him that we're going to be on our way, so we could meet him there. I know it's a long journey, but
It's in the exact opposite way of where the mine is, too.
so are we taking on Kaivos now? That's our next step.
If we don't, your friend might die. She seemed determined to go off on her own.
All right.
At the very least, we should probably deal with this part of them before we take on the full corporation.
If we're not going after the gentleman now, Alistair, would you mind if I borrowed your sending stone when we have a moment? There's a possibility she might be awake enough that I could just ask Penelope, or try to see if she's still in this plane of existence.
Yeah, that's no problem.
Thank you.
Here's the thing, Alistair. Even if we free the mines and we run them out of it, they're just gonna send more troops and more whatever the fuck that weird metal man was. We need to cut the head of the snake. That's the only way the mine will truly be free.
True. But this mine, I believe, is feeding the snake. If we're able to cut off its food source, it might be easier. That way they won't have enough materials to keep on making those weird metal men.
Anyway, we can just collapse it completely.
There are slaves in there.
Well, if we had more of that azure spray, then they would all die too. Or azure mist, whatever the nitroglycerin thing was called.
Yes, azure spray.
They probably have more inside. So here's what I propose then. We go in. Can we control the metalmen that are here with us?
Oh no. The it might be possible with the bracelet.
Actually, no. That's a dumb idea. They should stay in town. We don't know if they have some sort of override, and then we take them there, and then they turn the robots against us. So that would be bad. So yeah, we go back in. We free the slaves. We help them escape, and we just blow the whole thing up.
Bury the Maraxium ore so they can't get it.
Is that a plan?
That seems to be the plan.
Okay.
She looks over at all of you, Ava does, and she goes, "And you agree with this?" And she looks over at Brotar and Faustus.
I have no interest in harming people. I mainly just want to make sure that the slaves are set free.
That's what I want to do too.
She goes, "The Kaidos won't stop. If they want the Maraxium, they'll get the Maraxium."
Yeah, I agree.
Here's a better question. Can you teach us to harness it? To use it to fight back?
I could try. I mean, you see, the thing about Maraxium is, based on its properties, it requires someone with a bit of a kinship. Kinship with Mendas. A connection, if you will, to this plane.
You're talking about hell, right?
Well, some may call it that. However, it's been named a few things. It is the sphere of death. It is the sister sphere of Tripta, which is sphere of decay. Together, they would both make up this idea of hell, but it is just one aspect of it.
Then I suppose you'll have me.
Well, if you do indeed respond to this Maraxium, then perhaps. However, if you don't, we'll need to find another who can potentially wield this power, or at least understand it enough to use it.
Is there a way of testing it?
She goes, "There's no way of testing it per se, but anyone who's been exposed to it before, they might have a chance."
Well, we've found some pieces made of Maraxium before, but
Or were you
never
referring
really
to
did anything with it.
Memdas?
Yes.
It's in my blood.
Oh yeah, you've died before.
Oh, it's not just that, Alistair. I'm the son of Morgul. If it runs in my daughter's veins, it runs in mine.
We shall see. However, we would have to acquire Maraxium in the first place, and, well, that is the challenge.
Our wizard friend is the one who takes hold of any we find. He's the one who knows more about it than we do.
She goes, well, perhaps the answer lies with him.
It's just right now he is somewhere lost in this tower.
She goes, well, if it's all right with you, I'd like to resume my research. Restore this place to what it once was, and carry on the knowledge that I've acquired through the years. And she hands you the keys, Brotar.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that? I missed what you said.
She handed you the keys to the place.
We should go and speak with Lord Gravis.
Yeah.
Only this time, let's not approach him with a demand of what we're going to do, but rather ask for advice if he thinks it's the best course. And show him we're capable of being what he's hoping we will be.
And she goes, well, I'll be here with Father Gell, and at some point perhaps we could restore Father Gell's chambers. For now, he can stay here.
Is there anything I can get out of your review?
She goes, well, for now, we seem to be doing okay. However, come see me again. I'll be here, just continuing my research.
And how is Father Gell's condition?
He kind of looks on, almost like he's blind, but he's not. Just kind of looking at a long stare at me. He goes, well, I'm quite fine. Just a little famished. Use a little food. Immediately, Ava just begins rummaging in her backpack. Produces a little bit of food for Father Gale, a few crackers. Just quickly begins eating.
We'll see if we can't get you some proper food.
Ava nods and turns to everybody and says, best to take a good hard look at this place. Plenty to be seen.
Alright.
Very well. And, Ava,
Is that you?
thank you for your help.
She's just feeding Father Gale at this point and just nods.
Let's go, gentlemen. Oh shit, speak of the devil, you might just be aptly timed.
Is you feeling better?
I don't know what the fuck was wrong, but I can breathe.
Coffee. So, sorry, I've been so distracted by these gifts. Where do we leave off?
Sometimes you people disturb me.
It comes with the internet.
I know. It's like
Oh,
Josh
boy.
comes back and he's like, okay.
What have I done?
He's like, I made myself feel better for this.
Blame the trending gifts.
Okay, so where are we? Okay, yeah, so you guys are in the basement with Ava. You guys are in the basement with Ava, and Savos, you actually went off. Yeah. There is Actually, you know what? I'll get you to make a wisdom save for me, please.
Who?
You.
Make a wisdom saving
Oh.
throw, please.
Oh no. Rolling. Something I'm not good at.
You got this. You got this.
Alright, it was wisdom, right?
Yeah.
There you go.
Boom.
Oh,
Okay, there you go.
That's a 4 and a 6.
Okay. So you do hear a voice calling out to you.
oh
And
shit.
it's Alathrine, and she's speaking to you and saying, "Now you have the bracer.
Cool.
Now you have a
what
way."
the fuck do I do with it?
She goes, "Well, that's the ticket to Mendas, isn't it?"
I mean, I know that, but how do I use it?
Yeah, so I'll have to send you the details of the actual bracer, but you do spend some time with it while the rest of the guys are off doing their thing. You're going to need a refined Meraxian ore to recharge the actual bracer itself. At this point, the charges in it are consumed.
Okay. Well, I was hoping Alathrine could give me a tutorial on how to use it. I doubt Savos would know.
And so she does spend a little bit of the time explaining to you that you do need to power it with Meraxium, that when you do so, you can charge the Meraxium that's in the bracer with this refined stone. It'll give you charges, in which case you can use it to control a certain amount of the automata that's in this place. But I'll send you the actual form of it, since I don't think you have any refined Meraxium on you.
I picked up those 3 bits that we found in the castle.
Right. Those would be ores, so they're not refined yet. They're just raw ores, so you could refine them at some point.
I mean, we had the pieces that we did in the bowl to open the door. I don't know if that refined it.
Those were ores. They were just like raw ores.
Okay.
You also
I eventually want to... Oh, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say that I eventually want to find my way back to the throne room and rummage through the automata, see if they have any, Meraxium cores in them.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
Okay. Sorry, my computer's being really weird right now.
Yeah, no problem.
Investigation.
Yes. 20. Wow. Okay. You don't find... So what you notice is... you're intelligent enough to notice this, but the bracer and it's just a way to transfer the Meraxium's energy. So if you were to power the bracer with Meraxium, those charges would then transfer their energy to however many automata. So whatever is inside of their chest, it's just an inert Meraxium stone at this point. They're inactive. However, in the process, you do go digging around, and you also find that the guys all left behind the broken chainmail that was on the sword's body.
I don't think I could use chainmail.
Yeah, but it's still there. It's still attached to his body, so if you want to pick it up and use
I want to cast... I want to ritual cast Identify on it and see if it has any magical attribute.
Yes, it does. It is magical.
He learns what it is. Fuck.
It is... so it's a piece of broken chainmail, and it has... so if you want to go to your equipment list and look up Riftwalker's Guard.
Okay.
Riftwalker's Mail, sorry.
Is Riftwalker one word?
Yeah, Riftwalker. I think if you go to Manage Equipment, find a purple... Yeah.
Oh, you gave it to him.
Yeah. So he can just give it to whoever he wants or remove it. but you can't
Coated
attune
with
to it.
dark crystalline flake.
Flex, yeah. So it's almost like when you move it around, it kind of just shimmers like glitter almost with black shimmering flecks.
Oh, what type of armor is it?
It is broken chainmail, so it is still considered chainmail, but when whoever equips it will have to remove 1. So instead of 16 on the armor class, it'll be 50.
Well, I'll just keep that tucked in my back pocket for now.
Okay. So what are the rest of you guys doing? You're all in the basement at this point.
What did we decide we were going to do?
We probably need to go talk with Lord Gravis.
Sorry, I might be all over the place with my mic. I just got to print something, but I'm listening.
Okay.
Yeah.
Disadvantage on.
That was mine, Alistair's suggestion, unless you change your mind.
Oh shit, that's 55 pounds?
Yeah. Maybe a little less, but yeah.
It's definitely a
It's
heavy,
heavy
one.
armor, damn. Rotar's the only one that can wear heavy armor.
According to D&D Beyond, I could wear this, but I just have disadvantage in, like, everything. Is that alright?
And
Yeah,
you can't cast spells.
Yeah, if you're not proficient with it, you can wear it, but yeah, you won't. It'll punish you heavily.
Yeah, not worth it.
If you wear
Isn't worth it.
that armor, you lack proficiency with. You have disadvantage on any ability check, saving throw, or attack rolls involving strength or dex, and you can't cast spells.
That is fucking rigged.
Also, heavy armor. Chainmail has a strength rating of 23. If you fail that, your speed is reduced by 10.
Wow, I have a -1 in strength. I can even dream of that.
Yeah, chainmail is only a 13, which if broken maybe reduce it, but yeah, you're still nowhere near.
Oh yeah, strength 13. So, still wouldn't even hope that.
So yeah, you would be more defensive, but you would be fucked.
Yeah, I'd be essentially worthless. Okay. Yeah, that's all I wanted to do.
Okay. So, anyone else gonna do anything? You guys are in the basement of Deep right now.
I think we were. Well, what's up?
Yeah, Grim. Did you took the sword?
Yeah, but she just gave she just gave us the stuff for free and wanted to leave the store, so I ended up not selling it to her. Actually,
Yes, you have it.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, just for this point, I guess you guys can just quickly go over the items that you guys have. If you guys want to just figure out who gets what. But
Okay.
I'll say at this point, to speed things up, Savos does eventually come back and provide you guys. You guys can discuss with those items. Grim, if you go to your equipment list, look up Fortune.
Okay.
And it's a purple sword. Like a purple.
Holy
Word.
shit! Oh, it's a longsword. I can use that. I don't have proficiency.
Technically, I could. I mean, my strength is shit, but I could use it.
Okay. How do I
But
pass that to Alistair?
I think it'd probably be better with Brotar because he can actually use it.
What was it? Good lord, I sounded like I just
Called
swallowed a frog. What was it?
It's a very rare sword.
It's called Fortune?
Yeah. But I don't know. I mean, I think if you look in your equipment, you can probably find it.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. I mean, I can use this.
Okay.
Am I the only one that can use it?
Yeah, I can use swords, but not long swords.
Okay, well, I'll take it.
Alistair's description and
I can use it, but my strength is -1.
I mean, my strength is 0 at the moment.
I mean, I guess I could.
Let me see.
I mean, it would technically, because I can look at it, because it's shared between all of us in the campaign.
I can use 1d. It's a 1d8 for me if I use it one-handed, or 1d10, but not plus anything.
Yeah. Well,
So
it's a +2 weapon.
Well, it's not showing up that way for me. Is it +2 because of strength, though?
Yeah.
oh, it's just a regular flat +2, but it should add. If it doesn't add dex,
Oh, I mean, I have +3 to hit with it, so that must be 2 from the sword and 1 from something else. It's just not any plus to the damage, is what I mean. But I can use it.
Yeah, it would be +2 to damage.
No, I don't think you set it up right, Jay.
That's what I just got.
I had the +2 magic on it, so it should add it to the attack roll, but I guess you could just
did not
add +2 to the.
And it did not, because I have a +2 to attack.
So it should actually be
because I'm proficient, I get +3,
right?
but -1 should be +4 to attack.
Like right now for me, it's +3 and it should be +5. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It'll be for your proficiency.
I'll take it right now.
All right.
Okay, so I am gonna go to the Iron Forge. I wanna buy a scimitar. I wanna see if they have something nice. So there.
Okay, so you could probably find one in the Iron Forge. However, it will only be a regular scimitar. There, they don't have any specific magic items.
Crap.
Real quick, I just figured out why it was only +3. It's because you need to attune to it. So.
Oh.
Yeah, you gotta. Yeah.
Okay, I'll take how much for the regular scimitar?
Exactly. See.
Scimitar is 25.
Yes.
What about shields? Do you have any good shields?
Give you a discount on it, because they see your Titan's Cross. They give it to you for 18 gold pieces.
Can you repeat that, Jay?
18 gold pieces.
18 gold pieces.
18 gold pieces. For the scimitar?
I can see you lighting up, Jay, but we can't hear you anymore.
Yeah, sorry, I just switched.
There you go.
Yes, they're going to give you 18 gold pieces. Give it to you for 18 gold pieces. They're giving you a discount because you guys are like crossovers. What's the other thing you wanted?
Do you have any shields, like good ones, not just regular ones?
Yeah, they look at you and the lady says she does not. They only have regular weapons and armor in this place.
Okay. Brotar, you have a regular shield already, right?
No, I gave it to you a long time ago.
Okay, so I'll buy a regular one.
Yeah, so Brotar has something.
Well, I gave my
Give it
shield
you.
to Grim a long time, like, I don't know, 6 weeks ago or something, because I wasn't using it, and he wanted a shield.
Yeah, so you have a shield on you. However, it's not the base +2. It would be just a +1, so you just override it when you add it. So your armor
Okay.
costs up by 1 when you have it equipped. I'll say, Rotar, make a perception check. So,
22?
you do notice that when you were in Ava's lab, that she had some very, very interesting things there. For one, she has a lot of gunpowder.
Ooh.
Also, behind, you caught a peek of it, but she also had some sort of robe tucked away, hidden behind the lock cabinet, but you can see a little portion of it.
Was that a robe?
A robe, yeah.
Okay, I guess I'll
But
investigate.
it also
the
looks
robe.
like that if you were looking for a place to tinker, that you could possibly even use Ava's lab. She's kind of equipped for pretty much anything that you wants to tinker.
Hello. Okay, let me investigate the robe and see if I can see if it's what it is.
Okay, make an investigation check.
2. It's just a regular old bathrobe, isn't it?
From what you can tell, it looks just like a regular robe. However, it is. It looks like it's exquisitely made. It is all white with gold lining. It's got kind of red on the bottom of the sleeves.
I'm gonna take the robe and throw it to Savos and say, "You may like this, pretty boy."
And Ava kind of like pipes up. She pipes up a little bit and kind of is about to stop you, and she goes, "Oh well, I did promise you. I did promise you everything, so very well."
I mean, if there's a problem, we can try to settle it. Do you not want us to take this?
No problem. In fact, we might as well go to good use. It's just been sitting there for quite some time.
Quick out of character question: why does Brodar suddenly sound like a generic black Southern woman?
Because he changed, and you didn't notice.
During the last
During the battle.
session? Yeah.
I know.
2 weeks ago.
It was during the last session, but like,
Because I'm a gunslinger,
just-
man. I'm a Southern boy.
Yeah.
I didn't know I sounded like a woman, but okay.
Actually, sorry, it's not white. It's a black robe. Oh, so yeah. Anything else you guys want to do at this point? Have you acquired all these items?
Was that all we found?
Rotar. Yeah. Also, Rotar, you got the keys, by the way.
Right.
really quick, does that oh sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Does the robe have any magic on it, or is it just a robe?
Yeah, if you want to spend the time to cast Identify on it, it is a robe of Arch Magi.
What the
A robe of what?
fuck? Yes,
Arch
I'm
Magi.
taking that. I don't know what it is, but it sounds awesome.
It is.
Um,
Okay.
However, what is your alignment?
Oh, fine.
Actually, wait,
Alignment?
let me check. One sec.
That's a good question. I think I'm chaotic good.
Uh-oh. We might have a double Savos on our hands.
Oh joy.
Okay. So yeah, if you're chaotic good, yeah, it's all black. In which case,
the robe?
yes. You gather that the alignment that this robe was made for, you have to be evil in order to attune to it.
Okay.
Okay.
But what are the effects of the robe? Like, what bonuses?
You get armor class. If your base armor class is 15 plus your dex modifier, you have advantage on saving throws against spells and other magical effects, and your spell save DC and spell attack bonus increased by 2.
I'm torn. Do I want to risk playing an evil character? Wait, no, I need to be evil to attune to it, so I can't just...
Nope, it doesn't turn you evil.
It doesn't turn you evil, but you could go evil.
Can you just say, poof, I'm an evil guy now? How does that work in D&D? I don't actually know.
It doesn't.
Okay.
I'll say for the sake of argument.
Something kind of not working.
Yeah, like it's not like it's a hard, fast rule that you have to be evil or good because, things happen in morally gray areas. But if you are like exclusively evil in alignment, then technically you can use this.
If Savos throws this robe on, am I going to have to worry about him poking me with like his wand or something just to be evil?
No, he's still chaotic good. He won't turn evil at this point.
It doesn't turn him evil. It's just he needs to be evil to use it.
Yeah.
Pretty much from what I'm gathering, I can't use it. I can't get the bonus unless I'm evil.
Yeah.
Seems like it's
you can wear it.
Some cool robes.
Yeah.
So is that all the stuff we found?
All right.
You have to check. I mean, there's still quite a few rooms.
All right. I'd like to start poking around.
Okay. Yeah.
I have one more question.
Yeah.
Is there anything I can do to become an evil character?
You can
things.
Consciously go and murder a bunch of people, and if you do enough damage, I guess you would technically start shifting towards evil.
I mean, you could wait until Alistair has his villain moment. He'll be willing to corrupt you.
Fuck yeah. Okay, I'll just wait for that.
Hey, Jay, would I have time
more of a joke, but okay.
Would I have time while they're dicking around in here looking for stuff to work on another draft for a pistol?
Yeah, so I'll say that if you guys want to take the day to just do odds and ends stuff while the city's being not rebuilt, but kind of just going through the day, you can expend this day, and everyone can just do all the things that we discussed and spend the day doing that.
Okay, since we're gonna do that, sorry, Joe. Let me just.
That's all right.
Do I find anyone anywhere to purchase a bounder in town?
A moorbounder, there wouldn't be any exotic animals here. It's mostly just regular horses, though it is a heavy trading town. As what Gravis mentioned, it's kind of a throughput around. Moorbounders you would find closer to. Actually, make a nature check.
Nature check. Okay. I have a.
I'll say Brotar can also make a nature check, having been fairly well traveled as well.
14.
7.
Okay. 14, 7. So, from what you can gather, Grim, probably around Pengari, you might find some moorbounder traders. But that's a very far away. I mean, your time in Hunter's Fell, they gathered tons of beasts around the area, beasts of burden, mounts and stuff like that. But they wouldn't be.
Gotcha. Okay, so here's my purchase. I am going to buy A war horse? Are there any horses, riding horses at the castle?
There are a few horses, but the quality of them in this place don't seem that high. They are all kind of just regular horses.
Okay, so I buy one. I am going to buy 2 riding horses and a cart. Oh, and a
So if you're gonna
exotic
buy 2,
saddle.
if you're gonna buy 2 riding horses, they would be probably around 250 altogether. Just a regular cart, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it'll be around 250 gold pieces for a whole lot. Exotic saddles, they do not have exotic saddles here. There isn't a very heavy, like unlike Clyde, which had a fairly nice seller for those things. Here, they just have very, very practical equipment, so their horses are very standard. They have a very standard riding saddle if you want for 10 gold pieces.
10 gold pieces. Okay.
Yeah.
And do they have war horses?
No war horses here. It's not a very... Horses are the weakest kind of trade in this place.
Gotcha.
Okay, so 250 will get
horses.
you... Yeah. 3, you said? Or 2?
Yeah, no, I was going to buy one war horse for myself and then party.
Okay.
But now I'm going to get 3 horses and a cart and saddle.
Okay, so all in all, I'll say with the feed and the saddles and the cart and the horses, you're looking at 300.
300, okay.
Brotar, you said you want to tinker with your weapon?
Well, we did it. I tried to make a draft of because I think you're supposed to make a draft first, right? And then you have to.
Yes.
So, and I failed the first one.
Yeah, so this is a different day.
Right. So I'm just saying I want to try to do that again.
Okay. So I sent you the rules, right?
Yeah,
Tinker.
I'm trying
so
to
the DC will be 12 for you to get the draft.
And it's an intelligence check? Okay.
So it's whatever the die is of the weapon, 1 above that. So in this case, it's a 1d10 for a pistol. It would be a DC of 12 for you to draft.
And it's just a straight intelligence check? Is that right?
Yeah.
Ooh, 16.
16, okay. So you managed to draft. You took a little inspiration from Dolphin.
Yeah.
Seeing that the design is something you understand a little bit, and you kind of put together a few parts of it. You don't make the barrel quite as insane as Dolphin's is, but you do draft quite a nice idea for a firearm. So
I would like to roleplay this as me putting on the glasses while I was doing this, because I still have them.
Yeah, so Brotar's in Ava's lab looking like a scientist.
Got my tongue sticking out.
Yeah.
So can I try to build it now, or that's going to take like a week or 2, right? If I remember right.
Yes. So.
Same as a non-magic item, but it is crafting time is halved.
Yes. And you'll have to form.
I gotta fucking figure out what that is then. Because it doesn't say what the crafting time is though.
So normally it'll be around 25 gold per day.
Okay. So that would be 10 days then, because it's 250 gold.
Yeah, so depends on what you're trying to go for. If you want to go for a common, uncommon, rare, Rare you cannot get to because you have to be at 6th level to do so.
Okay.
Uncommon, you could produce one that's 500 gold pieces. 20 days required, cut in half, which would take you 10 days.
I'll work on that then.
So it'll be 10 days.
But I don't know if we're going to sit here for 10 days. We got shit to do.
Yeah, but I think you could pick up and go as long as you have a kind of.
That's my
decent
plan
area to
then.
work in. Yeah.
Okay. That's it for me.
Okay. So I'll say for this day, you can mark off 25 gold pieces. So, hold on. 50 gold pieces.
50?
For this day. Yeah, and you'll mark off a day from your 10. So
How can I keep track of this?
Have to make random notes.
Make notes somewhere, yeah.
And it'll be uncommon quality at this point. Anyone else going to do anything on this day?
Just gonna be exploring, looking for stuff.
Okay. So I'll say, just for the sake of ease, Brotar will hand you the keys. Alistair, what do you say?
Sorry, I thought I wasn't paying attention for a second. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Joe, you go ahead.
Sorry, what?
He's just gonna go explore the fort grounds, Fitzroy Tower.
Okay.
So, what did you want to do?
What was the name of that that music shop / bar place?
The String Pavilion.
Yeah. I was gonna go there and see if they had any magic instruments for sale.
Okay. So you head over to the String Pavilion, and you see a few people outside. There's quite a few people standing outside. It almost looks like a hippie meeting of some sort because there's just colorful garbs. People kind of going around giving food and drink to random passersby. Generally, they're just helping people around the area. And you do see standing in front. A second. So you do see a few familiar people standing up front. It would be the dwarven woman that you met, as well as the half-elf woman that you met. They are in the process of giving some food and aid to people.
I'll just wave at them as I approach.
Okay.
Yeah.
They kind of wave over at you, and the woman, Gilly, looks over at you and says, "Oh, well, there he is, the one giving the speeches from the old tower over there." They all kind of look at you and gasp, and kind of generally look a little surprised, and they say, "So, you ready to join the Cantorum yet?"
Not particularly. My group is we're kinda knee deep in this right now.
Well, we're always looking for performers.
Mm-hmm. But I was kind of hoping that you are probably the ones who would most know about it. Would you have any magical instruments that might be able to help me with this?
As she's like in the process of giving some water to somebody, she kind of smirks and looks over at you, and she goes, "Ooh, sorry. We only give it to members." She's kind of smirking over at you as she's saying this.
You're really gonna play that game? Alright. Fair enough. Can I at least get a drumstick?
She goes, "Well, I suppose you did do quite a bit for the city," and still kind of trying to be all witty, throw shade at you. Gilly instructs one of the kind of musicians who are just standing about to go fetch the drumsticks. After a few moments, he comes back out, hands it over to you. And she goes,
Yeah.
"There's more where that came from. For members, of course."
If my life ever becomes more simple, I will definitely look into joining you all.
Let's hope it does become simple after this.
Yeah. And hopefully I won't need to turn this one into a lockpick. And I will toss her a gold.
She kind of like looks, thinks in the moment for that comment, and she's like, "Huh? I'm not one to ask, so
Well,
no need for the gold."
your-
Tosses it back to you.
Yeah. Well, it's nice seeing you. Hopefully I don't go insane from what we're going to be doing.
Well, if that psyche of yours ever breaks, you know where to go. And she kind of looks on, and there's just like a few hippie-looking dudes sitting around, like they're just kind of like looking on, taking in the scene.
Maybe. Well, I'll hopefully see you around, and I head back to the tower.
Few of them like hold up like a hand symbol to you, like almost like a peace sign as you walk away.
Just, God damn it. But alright, that's all I wanted to do.
Faustus, you go around and manage to explore, cover a little bit of the ground. Is anyone going to go with him? Savos or Brotar? Actually, Brotar's tinkering, so. Yeah, if Savos, if you want to go, you can go. I don't know if you're doing anything.
I was going to, really quick, does anybody want the Riftwalker's mail?
I can't use it.
Yeah, I think literally Brotar is the only one that can wear it.
What was it?
It's the Riftwalker's mail. It has
Yeah.
some sort of magical attribute, but D&D Beyond won't tell me what it is.
Yeah, it's weird. So it's you got to attune to
I
it.
might be able to
That's
figure
what you get it. You get resistance to, I believe, necrotic and psychic.
Yeah, it doesn't say.
Hold on. I could just attune to it myself.
D&D Beyond is so weird. Like, it takes so long for a magic item to update as well. I don't know why it does that, but
Yeah, it just gives defense to necrotic and psych.
yeah. And also once per day. I don't know why it just doesn't include it in the description. Once per day, it has one charge, and you can use it to attune or to negate damage from Meraxium. All damage from Meraxium, just once though.
Alright, well, but do you want that?
Oh yeah, it says on the notes, you may decide to negate a single damaging effect of Meraxium. It recharges on a long rest.
What's the actual AC of it do?
The AC will be 16 minus 1, so 15.
And I'm currently wearing that splint plus 1, which is 18. So I don't think so. Well, wait, would that give me back would that take away the stealth disadvantage because it's male, or is it still?
No, it'll still be disadvantage.
I might as well just keep wearing the heavy shit that I got on. Thank you.
So, you guys begin to explore. Yeah.
Sorry, no, I'm just doing stupid shit with my character sheet.
So I'll say, just to speed things up, Faustus and Savos, you guys can make investigation checks.
All right.
For me. Investigation. So between the two of you, you guys begin to use all the keys and scour each of the rooms. Like I said before, you guys have explored Ava's lab. There are the cells, which you guys have pretty much cleared out of any people inside. The vault, which contains the 150,000 gold pieces that you guys have split. You guys also find a main chamber. It looks like it was being used as a sort of planning room by the three brothers, the three half-brothers. Inside of that room, you guys find a writ signed by King Benjamin Whitehall for ownership of Oldwyn, given to the three brothers, specifically Corin, whose name is stated on it. You also find a list of places. No idea what it means, but they are listed on there.
Can I read that list?
Yep. I'll say actually make an intelligence check.
Oh joy.
You should be good at this.
You're smart.
Yo, what the hell? It's rolling physical die on D&D Beyond. What the hell?
Yeah, which is great.
Okay, there you go. It went.
Yeah, so you could read this thing. Yeah, so you can read it. You just don't know what this list is. However, it does mention a few places. Give me a sec. One of the places is. One of them is Grain Hollow and Dawn's Crest.
Would I recognize that place of any significance, like why there would be a list with that place on it?
No idea what this list is for. One of them is in Examir, Talrava, the region of Talrava, the city, rather, it's a large city of Examir. You also find another X in Dirkdale.
What?
So it's listed off there as well.
Oh fuck.
There's another place called Biliareth in the Hydric region. And you also find one in your where you're from, Sappos, in Ecclesia.
What does it say, Savos?
So it's Dirkdale.
Savos, what does the paper say?
That's what it's
Oh,
shows.
okay, his audio is not coming through.
Yeah.
You guys hear me?
So I put in roll 20, what was on that notebook.
Alright, nice. Well, my main theory right now is that I think those are places with Meraxium mines. Anybody else have any
God.
theories?
Well,
Uh,
Jay or Faustus is the only one with you right now.
Yeah.
Jay, would I know if there was a Meraxium mine in Dirkdale?
I'll say make a history check with disadvantage, because you lost quite a bit of memory of past events, so you're not quite sure.
Alright, here's the
Double
first
nat
roll.
20. Double nat 20.
Yeah, double nat 20.
Oh,
15.
22 and a 15. 15.
Not that you've heard of. You haven't even heard of Meraxium since you came back, so.
To my knowledge, there was no Meraxium mine in Dirkdale.
Well, that kills one of my theories. I'm out of ideas. Do you have anything?
I think this and me and my daughter and Dirk Dell being here on the list is all connected. They had to have some kind of connection to my father.
Yeah, these could be like cult hideouts. You think it's worth checking out?
I think so, especially if, well, you wouldn't have told me that, so never mind. But yeah,
Wait, I wouldn't have told you what.
out of context, like you wouldn't have told me that you were from Examir or wherever it
I'm
was.
from
Like,
Yeah,
Examir?
Ecclesia. Yeah. He wouldn't know that you're from Ecclesia. I don't think
Yeah.
anybody knows.
I mean, I'm not gonna say anything.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep that little fact to myself, because I don't think it has any importance.
is there anything else in
It's
this room?
D&D, of course it has.
Nope, there would be the writ signed by King Benjamin Whitehall and the booklet which contains the list. You guys continue on and you explore the armory. Here you find a pair of slippers. Notable things that you find among like a pile of other armor. There's a lot of different armors in here. There's different swords and shields. You also find a pack of crossbow bolts.
I'd like to look at the slippers.
Okay.
I'd like to ritual cast Identify on the crossbow bolt.
Okay. I'll say that you do it for both, and the slippers of spider climb. The slippers are slippers of spider climbing, and the crossbow bolts are a pack of crossbow bolts +1.
Do you mind if I take these?
Which ones?
The slippers.
You can have whatever you want. I'm not taking anything from you.
Yay, my first magical item.
There you go.
I will put them on.
I mean,
What's up?
because I've had to buy all mine.
Pretty much.
Yeah, so at this point, it's getting a little bit later now, so you guys have managed to accomplish and explore the town, do what you guys needed. Rotar's just spending the day kind of tinkering away in Ava's lab while Grim is out shopping. The rest of you are just exploring. Alistair, you eventually make your way back to the castle, the fort. And unless you guys want to continue on, I guess we can call the session there.
Really quick, because nobody wants it, I want to sell the chainmail armor that I have.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll tell you.
Shit, did I die again?
Yeah, so Ava won't be able to pay you for that, so she can't buy it from you. You have to hang on
Would
to it.
anybody be able to buy
No.
it?
No one in this town can afford that.
That gives
So
me
they
hope for
will
the
not.
future.
They will not purchase it.
Hey, just use it as a bargaining chip if we're ever about to die.
Here's this fancy armor I have. I'll give you in exchange for my life.
I mean, it's really fancy.
It's so pretty.
Yeah, so
I just have one question. Does Savos and Faustus tell everyone about the list?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I would. Definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Because
you
now,
already discussed it.
Alistair is very weirded out that Examir is on there.
Are you alright? Oh,
I mean, that's where I'm from. That's where I was born. I don't know why it's on this list.
well. Hopefully we can do something to keep whatever happened to Dirkdale from happening to Examir.
Well, I haven't been there in 12 years, so I couldn't tell you if something happened. But I know of any mines in Examir from my time there.
I'll say if you want, make a. See for this one, just make a general intelligence check.
Okay. Nat 20.
Nice.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, you've heard of there being mines surrounding Exmir, actually. In the Tower of our region, there's quite a few.
Well, there's quite a... Oh, sorry.
Yeah, so there is quite a few there.
Yeah, so there's quite a few mines around there, but... I mean, I was young when I left, so... And I've never heard of Meraxium before, so I don't know if there's one there.
I'm sorry, can you repeat the places with the Moraxium mines?
It's in Roll20. Oh shit. Sorry, that oh shit was for myself, not for anybody else. I'm from fucking Rain Hollow.
Why? Okay, so...
I didn't see it at first because...
I guess we know where Grim is from.
Oh shit.
I didn't see it because it was
Okay.
up. It was the first one on the list, so I didn't realize it was.
Yeah. It didn't
Yeah.
get tapped.
That can't be
Okay,
coincidental.
I do not like this one bit
Wait a minute.
anymore.
So
This is
we're-
something like...
How do I pronounce that place that I'm from?
Ecclesia.
Yeah, then I'll just tell everybody that I'm from Ecclesia, so this clearly isn't some kind of coincidence.
Grim, are you from Billiarth? Or Billiarth?
Is Grim from there?
roll a history check.
He's where you mentioned since the beginning of the campaign.
This is some like weird dark prophecy bullshit.
Each one of these is
So-
a place where one of us is from.
But do we know that this is where the Meraxium is, or is this just some list that happens
This is
to
a
be
list
places?
they had.
Because I mean, I don't remember a mine near my home.
Nor do I.
I am not from any of those places.
Then we must have to burn you at the stake. I'm kidding.
Jay,
Well, it's still
Yeah.
weird that 4 of us
Well,
are
yeah, I
from...
mean, 4 out of 5 of us
Yeah.
are from this list. That seems pretty fucking weird to me.
I think
Yeah.
it means that you all are evil, the only good person here.
I think it's more
That's just
likely
a
that
theory.
you are the only evil one.
Really? Really?
yes, really.
Crap, what was the woman's name? That... Crap, I'm like...
Which
What,
one? Which
Ava?
woman?
Ava, yeah.
Oh, Ava.
Ava. That's who. I'm gonna go try to find her real quick
Good idea.
and ask her... I want to ask her, can Meraxium corrupt someone? Or is that something they know about?
Well, I thought we already knew that it
Wait.
could do that.
Well, I mean,
Alex.
like, change their physical form.
Alex, sir, one question before you go.
Yeah.
Do y'all know where Sardine was from?
I don't know.
No.
He wasn't with us long enough to get that deep into his
Yeah.
backstory.
He did mention at one point that he lived where Savos lived in Ecclesia, but he's originally
Okay.
from Kodosvir, which is the complete continent to the east or west, depending on which way you travel.
So Billy Arth is the only one on this list that we don't know how that connects to us. Is that right?
Billy Arth.
I say we go there.
It kind of,
How far
mean-
away is it?
yeah. Do we
You
know?
don't know. Unless you guys want to make...
I mean, I'm just wondering if I would know, being the world traveler of the sea.
yeah,
that I
okay.
was.
I'll say make a... Whoever wants to know can make a survival check.
Yeah, I'm good at those. I'm good.
Everyone,
That's a
everyone,
not natural 20.
So, yeah, so I'll say...
10 and a 17.
14, not bad.
Okay.
Oh, let me roll my survival. Where is it?
I'm bad at those.
Nat 20.
Oh shit!
Jesus fuck.
I have the
Okay.
power.
Nice.
I mean, I've traveled around a lot too.
That's
with
true.
the menagerie.
That is true.
So Billy Aerith, for those that rolled high and over, or I guess Alistair and Brotar, since you guys rolled so high, Billy Aerith is in Hydric. It is north of where you guys are, close to the northern side of the continent.
Like, is it?
Near those, like where this mine is? Like the mine that we've been going to, would it be close to that? Like the mine that's around here?
Okay, so what I'll do is
Just
Still
real
not
quick,
done yet.
sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
What continent is my hometown in?
Your hometown is in still in Galbaris. You're still all in the same continent.
Okay. Just thought it would be important for me to know these things that I don't know.
Yeah, of course.
All these places are probably all on this continent, if I had to guess.
Yes.
But we do know it's a huge.
So I'll say
continent.
based on your roll, yeah, it's really big. But what I'll do is I'll show you guys my work in progress, and you guys can just get an idea of things.
Ooh. I like getting double nat 20s.
So
You have a knack for rolling 20s at the end of the game.
I can't help it.
sorry,
But I'll
it's just
take
a
it.
Really gigantic map. So.
Oh, no.
You don't have to spill the beans if you don't want to.
No, actually, it's necessary because you would know this.
Oh. Okay.
Like you have an idea, but I'll put it in on Discord.
Are you making a map?
Oh yeah, is it ever going
Ooh.
to be the map of maps?
Oh, that's
very
awesome.
So, if you guys look at,
Whoa.
still not done, but I've only got the region done. So, see Norton Leon on the top left? That's where you're from, Savos.
Yeah,
Um,
that is Ecclesia.
see the word Tauraba?
South of that. Yeah, I see Examir.
You're from Examir, and Rain Hollow Brotar is just in that little southwest area of the word Tauraba. So it's kind of like a little part of that there. It's kind of like the extension there.
In the southwest of Tauraba?
Yeah, the word Tauraba.
Yes. I see Griffin
Yeah,
Run right
there's-
underneath that.
Yes, and to the southwest of that, that there's that whole piece that's jutting out.
Ah, like the peninsula?
Rain
Okay.
Hollow, yeah, Rain Hollow is somewhere there.
Okay.
So, like,
Um,
just west of those, like, archipelagos, like, off that little piece, or up further northwest of it?
above. Just on this, just
On the opposite side of the mountains, right? To
no,
east of
actually,
Examir?
where that little
West.
circular atoll is, just west of that on the southern edge is where Rain Hollow is. So it's like a small fishing village almost,
Okay.
farming fishing village.
And we are way over here.
Yeah, you're on the east in Oldwyn.
Where's Clyde on this list or this map?
So yeah, it's very low res, but I can explain.
No,
it
it's
better.
fine. It's no big deal, dude. I was just curious how far we've
So
gone.
see where
'cause-
Oldwyn is?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's that red thing, the red piece that's there. That's Rockford.
Rockford. Okay.
Okay.
I'll actually take a better screenshot.
Was it Willowdale Dwarf or Willowdale Wharf? That's a hard word to say. Isn't that where we started? Was that near Clyde?
I was actually going to give you guys this map anyways, just because you would have found it, but I just didn't want to distribute it incomplete. But here's a more detailed view. Here's a more detailed view of it if you see on Discord.
Oh, there's
so
Clyde. Oh.
Oldwyn is there. They have hexes on it, so that 7 days travel you took on Bleak Cross Way, west of it is Rockford Outpost, and
Okay.
west of that is Clyde.
Your original platinum peanut.
Shit,
Yes.
we're actually not that far from Dirkdale.
Yes, now you guys traveled a day and a half to get to that northern path on Oldwyn towards the Vegetal Peaks. So you guys are in kind of that little forested area there is where a lot of your Eloranthian mines and Festival Peak stuff took place. Willowdale Wharf is just on the northern part, so that's where you would have came from, Faustus, and spent the couple of weeks traveling to Clyde, as well as, I believe, Rotar and Grim, if I'm not mistaken.
I think that's where we got off the boat, was Willowdale Wharf.
So you guys took a couple of weeks to get to Clyde as well.
Okay, and then there's
this-
Dragon Scar.
This is rad,
See
man.
that?
Where's Dragon's Car?
I'm hoping to just populate this entire fucking thing and then let you guys play in it. So
I would
I'm
love
blown
that.
away, dude.
Yeah.
This map looks
Dude,
like
I'm just-
professional.
I'm just seeing how much Grim traveled when he went to Hunterfell.
So here's the path you would have taken, Rotar. You would have left Rain Hollow, right?
Mm-hmm.
Traveled east a little bit to the nearest port, which I don't know if I have it marked there. But eventually you would have traveled to Huntersfell over the 10 years or whatever time you spent in the sea.
Right, yeah.
Ended up in Huntersfell, crossed the Ocean of Dancing Stars through the channel, wrapped around, past Wormveer, past all that, to Willowdale Wharf. But along those time that you spent in the sea, you would have seen Iskil, which is on the southeast, that little island there. That would be kind of.
So
you would have seen it, and it just looked like a black rock, and that's where the one shot took place.
Would Brothar have ever been to, what is it, Kotos Vir?
No.
Okay.
It's- it's-
time would have just been around Gilbaris, right? Or Gilbaris?
Yeah.
Okay.
Galbaris, but you might have spent a little time near Knight's Cairn on the west of Quotosphere, because I think you were doing a lot more trade. So in that little pocket near Knight's Cairn, you would have probably spent some time there. So
Gotcha. No, dude, this thing is rad, man. This is awesome.
Yeah, this is sweet.
Where would the one place we don't know
So Billier would be just west of Wormsveer, probably.
There it is.
Which is where?
It's in the Hydric region, so it's in the north.
Oh, that would be.
So just west of that.
Yeah.
So right now, I think we're like a month travel from Dragonscar. So
I could tell you. Yeah, because I have.
It'd be about the month the exact opposite way.
Yeah.
From Oldwyn, if you guys took everything, if you took the main roads. Hold on one sec. If you guys took the main roads to Dragonscar, it would be 740 miles to get there.
So yeah, like a little over a month's travel.
So if you guys spent, I have a calculator here. So if you guys spent 8 hours per day traveling, it would take you 30 days and 7 hours, or 4.5 weeks.
Jesus.
Yeah, one of the things I don't mind it, but one of the things I don't like about Critical Role is how small Matt Mercer's world is. Like, it takes like a day to travel like so far, right? So I figured, hey, why not mirror it like our world? And so roughly Galbaris end to end, like east to west, is about the size of the continental US. So.
Whoa.
Yeah. It's pretty much the like. Well, no, it's even bigger than that. Like it's I was gonna say it's almost like the North and South America all in one.
So Galbaris
together. Yeah, I can definitely see that. So these mines might be the one for Dirkdale then.
I think so, yeah.
If my hypothesis is correct.
And Dirkdale's where Faust is from, right?
It is.
Okay.
Oh, we lost the bot.
Should we go to Dirkdale?
I mean,
it's up to you guys at this point. I mean, now we're you guys guided through your journey so far, but your stop here at Oldwyn is
Has been a crazy one.
yeah, 20 sessions in. You guys made it.
I think personally, I think our main goal should be stabilizing Oldwyn before we go fucking around in Dirtdale, and then crashing Grimm's girlfriend's wedding. If you remember.
Sounds good to me.
I thought Faustus was the only one who knew about that.
I'm not saying that in
Grimm?
character.
Okay. I was wondering because I don't think Grimm has told us. I think he mentioned the rose, but I don't think he mentioned the wedding, except to Faustus.
I don't think he mentioned Rose to us at all.
No, I mentioned. Grimm mentioned. Alistair asked him once. He didn't get into details. He never does. But he mentioned Rose. The only one who, I guess, knows more about Rose is Broder.
Yeah. Which I think the main reason why it came out was because you used her name as the Drift Globe password.
Yeah.
Which, do you even still have that, or did that get disappeared when you?
No, I
changed
sold
class?
it. When I got the Goggles of Night, which is well, I'm not gonna say it's better, but it's just different.
I mean,
you got the Batman goggles.
No, I mean the Drift Globe. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna buy the Drift back. I can. Do I know how to cast Daylight? Because if I do, I don't need Drift Globe.
you should be able to. I believe that's a druid spell.
Yeah, I believe you have a.
Oh shit! Why do I have so many tabs open?
Yeah.
I believe you have a. No, I don't think you have Daylight.
No, I do. It's a third level. But yeah, I'm gonna buy
third
the
level,
Drift
yeah.
Globe back. Can I just put me buying the Drift Globe back just so I don't take up a whole lot of story buying shit? Let's just say that I bought them
episode.
the day.
Shopping.
Yeah. Fucking shopping episode.
Okay, man. I mean, you guys have gone through multiple exploration episodes, nearly died from a waterfall, fought a revolution. I mean, one shopping episode is nice.
We definitely had a
even though you won't sell to me.
I mean, it's like there's a lot to do. I mean, look, even Brotar has to craft his gun. You guys are figuring out what to keep, what to attune. You have a bunch of resources now. You guys hit 5th level.
Yeah, I just want an instrument of the bard, damn it.
I think at the very least our next move should be talking to Lord Gravis and then trying to get direction.
Yeah, to be honest, I kind of want to just leave Oldwyn in his hands more than ours. But
that's what I meant.
I don't think he's gonna do that.
However, I mean, we can resume the rest next week. But if you guys want to just do something stupid for now, you guys have to roll your Pemblebrooks. Pemblebrooke profits.
Oh
no!
Yeah.
I gotta remember.
What were the rules on that again?
So you guys can decide if you guys all want to split it up the rules or do it on your own. I believe.
I don't have that handout in Roll20. Did you just put that in Discord when you gave it to us?
Yeah, it would be good to have it on Roll20.
Yeah, where did I thought I put it on Roll.
I thought you did. I just don't have it.
Is it?
I think you put it in Discord chat.
Yeah.
But not.
Did I? Okay. Is it in a library somewhere?
It is not pinned, and it's not in any of the other ones. It's in general somewhere.
I'll just toss you guys the.
All I remember is that
I'll give you guys the PDF. So I put it in the library.
Okay. Real quick, I have 2 super quick yes or no questions.
Yeah, no problem. Man.
One, would I know, or would there even exist a way to change the the attribute color thing on the robe of the Magi?
Make an Arcana check. I'll say Ava's going to help you. She's going to give you advantage. Okay, never mind. You don't need it.
Whoa!
Critical on that.
I give you my power.
There is.
Thank you.
There is a way.
Whoa.
Ava tells you there is a way. However, from her understanding, there's not very many places that can re-enchant this thing with a different attribute, a different alignment property. So if you wanted to pursue it further, you can discuss it with her. But there is a way.
Okay,
I would assume that the gnomes I know probably wouldn't be able to handle this.
Yeah, I'm only asking because the more I think about it, the more I kind of don't want to teeter into an evil character.
Yeah,
But it could be fun.
could be, or it could be a disaster.
I mean,
Okay,
That's
possible
something
that you
about
lose your character, but
I'm Canadian. Being mean to people isn't in my blood.
True.
And I had a second question, but I don't remember what it is.
Wait, you're Canadian as well?
More than half of my family is from Canada, and they pretty much raised me. So
Oh.
He's a Canadian boy. He's a bacon like me. Team bacon.
Is Josh Uno from Canada as well?
no, I am Virginian.
He's a southern boy like me.
Yeah.
We got a little
the-
twofers going on. Sorry, you're saying?
As in, not the proudest thing, but yeah.
There's nothing wrong with being from the South. We got the best food in the world.
Eh,
the South has some pretty fucking good food. Can't say
Yeah.
the same for Southern California, but all across the southeast, it's amazing.
I've chosen to lean on that and just forget about the other stuff.
And Ryan, right?
What's that?
Ryan's in Portland. That's right.
Yeah.
Remember my other question.
Yeah. What was the other question?
So, Jay, if I were to buy the Drift Globe back, how much would it set me back?
So
So Ava's going to give you a discount on it and just give it to you for 800 gold pieces instead of the 1,200 you sold her and the normally 2,000 that it costs. So you just mark off 500. You allocated the gold already, right, Alistair? Like everyone's square.
yeah, everyone
So
should have.
What was left in the treasury?
Is with what Savos did, it should be 70,000 GP.
Is that including me and Grim being greedy bastards?
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
took the 25 tau
Yeah,
for sure.
you two took 25, so that's 50, and then me and Savos took 15, which is 30. So
And
that
then I
left it with
refused my
70.
share.
So you guys do have party funds. Pebble Brooks Brewery. You guys want to do this now, or you want to do it next week? It's up to you guys.
Sure.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
Which one do you
You
want?
guys have to decide.
Performance.
You guys have to decide on a management style that you guys want to run first. So
I have-
speak amongst you guys.
I
on,
have
guess,
high
what you-
insight if you want to do that.
I have +10 to persuasion and +10 to performance.
That's probably better than my +5 insight.
Yeah, none of those are good
Yeah.
rolls for me.
Or if you guys want to go random and just I'll roll a D5 or a D6 and see who.
I say persuasion.
Persuasion.
Yeah,
I'm down for that.
Sure.
Persuasion.
Okay, so who's gonna roll? Who's gonna roll a d20? Who's gonna roll the running the business roll? The business roll.
I will be doing the management.
And who
style
wants
roll.
to roll the results as well? Which is another d1 as well.
I can.
I'll do
I
the
can do
100 if you
the-
want.
Yeah. So
My
three
rolls
of
are
you guys.
generally shit, so I want nothing to do with this.
Hey man, you're
I
gonna have to
am-
roll next month. So
I will apologize right now because this is where I'm gonna get my nat 1. Hey,
Ooh.
I didn't jinx
24.
myself.
Course not bad.
Nice.
Okay, so the D100 is 57. The 24 on the persuasion. Okay, so that's your management roll. Plus the business roll. So
Yep.
that is what is that?
81.
81. Okay,
Just
your profit this month is equal to 2 times the maintenance cost of this place. So
160
That's per day, right?
times 30.
yeah.
That's not bad.
160 times
160 times 30, 4,800. Okay. Now,
Whoa.
you guys will need to roll on the risk table, which is up to 25 plus. So, who wants to?
Graham, you do that one.
Oh, shit. Is it
So
a
it's a-
D20?
It's a D20. Hold on one sec.
Wait, so you made 4,800?
So it's a
Right now.
D20.
We're at 4800.
D20 plus what's your bonus? Plus 10, Alistair?
Yep.
On
Plus
your persuasion? Okay, so roll a d20. This is going to be your risk
Okay.
table.
10. Or
Sorry, what's the bonus on your charisma?
my charisma straight is +4.
Plus 4? Okay, so we'll add plus 4 to this roll. What was
12.
So 12.
Wow.
So
Is it
12
18?
total. Okay.
Or 16. Math is hard.
No, 8 plus 4 is 12.
No, total though, because he rolled a 12, right?
No, he rolled an 8.
Oh, here,
Oh, shit.
Sorry, we rolled it. Yeah.
I can't read or do math, so what does that say?
Okay,
It's late.
No shit.
so you guys notice that as operations resume and people are trying to get a drink, and they're turning to the Platinum Peanut, that criminals are using this place. They're using your bar as a meeting place.
All those assholes I let stay in there were actually criminals.
So you don't know what that means, but however, it seems that there is some sort of criminal organization who's been using your place as a meeting place. However,
Son of a
you guys do
bitch.
manage to make 4,800 gold on top of your 4,800 gold on top of your 5,000 starting cash.
So 9,800.
So 80 times 30. So 4,800 minus 2,400,
Oh,
which is the daily maintenance cost.
gotcha.
So you guys make 2,400 profit this month.
Thanks for listening to the Grand Campaign podcast. You can catch us live at twitch.tv/The Grand Campaign every Friday night at 6 p.m. Pacific. You can also follow us on Twitter at Campaign Grand and send all your emails to the Grand Campaign DND at gmail.com.